My bad for the loud music. It is the P.O.E. That's right, this is the P.O.E. That's right, I said P.O.E, not pod, but P.O.E. P.O.E. Providing official entertainment, providing official education for the people on Earth, and as we know, everybody on this planet, not from this planet. So we got a great show tonight. We're going to start off with a little, well, we're going to wait for it to figure out what it wants to do because we're waiting on the computer tonight. But we're going to get into a little bit of Diddy. We're going to talk about what's going on with him, his situation, Kim Porter, and that book that just came out. We're going to talk about young Dolph. We're going to talk about this murder that happened out here in the subway, and actually the tape's been dropped, so we're going to talk about that. And we're also going to talk about we got a little bit of like Candace Owens and Janet Jackson, and a whole bunch of good stuff to talk about. So we are here. This is the P.O.E. Excuse my voice. We're here. Yeah,
hey, what's going on, everybody? Yeah. You know who it is.
We got that Mo 3-time merch on. I don't know if you can see it, but hey Mo, if you ain't here, anybody that got the website for Mo, make sure you throw that in the chat. Got some spiffy things, and if you're an Eagle fan, he's got something for you too, all colors and sizes, and you can pre-order something. So definitely make sure you check out Mo 3 times over there in YouTube at Talking Shit Getting Clicks. Okay, this is Matrix Minded.
Hey, what's going on? Shout out to Dave in the building.
Shout out to Dave in the building. It's $2 Tuesday.
Flashback in the building.
This is the P.O.E. Yes. That's that B.F.S media. Got my show, got your show, got our show. So anyway, let me go ahead and tap in with you guys. How is everybody?
Robert talking shit.
What happened?
Shout out to Robert in the building. He said trash ass team.
Who, the Eagles?
Are you talking about the Eagles, Robert?
That's why I don't watch sports, so.
Who's your team? If that's who you're talking about, who's your team? We want to know.
Who, Round Mid team? I think it's like the Jets.
Yeah, my Robert Smalls.
Oh. Man, his team is KC. That's JJ. That's KC, man.
That's JJ?
Yeah, that's KC. He like KC, man. Where you at, on YouTube or Facebook?
I'm at Facebook.
Alright, I'm gonna jump over here on YouTube so that way we got everything.
Shout out to JJ in the building.
How y'all feel about this beat though? Y'all like this one? I know I be kind of. Oh yeah. Listen. Let me, while we sitting here, let me go ahead and throw that up right now. I don't know if y'all know what this is. Matter of fact, let me shorten this up a little bit because it's just a picture. Just drop that in the middle. Yeah. Shout out to this guy. He threw out his album tonight. Do I sound cloudy? Do I sound like muffled a little bit? I feel like I'm muffled. Is it my voice? I can't tell. My voice? Yeah, it's probably just my voice. Yeah, he just, but this guy, this guy right here. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead. Listen, you guys, y'all on Apple, Spotify, whatever it is, and you want to see how the young boys are giving it up out here now. Reason why I'm playing this is because it is my beat, so I have to give salute to me for it being my beat. But yeah, if you want to know what these young boys is on right now, for the elders just out there and why you need to stay out the streets, this is why. Explicit lyrics, as you can see. For virgin ears, you might want to turn the volume down for a little bit because it could jump straight into it. Let's go.
I made it cool to jump out, gang rape a op. I hate the op so much, I might rape the op. Put the gun to his head and treat him like a thought. All you hear is, and that block. I ain't go to sleep, I'm trying to hit the ops block. Wreck think something wrong.
Yes, I
now
do.
He think I'm crashing out. The life I live, I'm blacking out. Fuck a op bitch from the back, I got her dumbass tapping out. Come back on a Sev with that dumb shit, bullets coming out. Bitch better watch her mouth, I'ma hit her with the chop. Trying to make a block hot. And a stolen car, do some dirt.
That's what we're doing. I just wanted to put that out there. That's what's going on out here in these mean streets.
Who's doing?
Not everybody. This is not a.
That is what he does. Shout out to Bug Out.
I have to say. He did say when you listen to it, when he says I'm so mad I think about Ray Mob. He said, no, you're not, because I think he's saying it like from that perspective, and then his conscience is like, no, you're not. But either way, it's just wild.
You know, he got a new twist on music. That's
wow.
to him and his creativity and just expanding his horizons and testing out new concepts.
Hey, I'll say this much. On TikTok, he jumped up to almost 3,000 views. He had like 250.
You said your voice is a bit raspy.
It is raspy, right? Let me see something real fast because I think it has to do something with. What about now? Is it still raspy? Am I sounding a little bit better? Let me see something. What about now? What about now? Do I sound better now? Clearer? Better?
Dale.
Yeah, it sounds better. Okay. Shout out to. I had to be flashback.
Dave.
Oh, it was Dave. That's what man. My older brothers, man, the people who keep me in tune, man.
Yes.
Shout out to you, man. I knew it was either one of him. I know Frank wasn't here. If Frank wasn't here, it'd have been him too. You gotta throw him in the mix. But okay, so listen, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and jump into some things tonight, right? I've seen some things I thought were a little bit crazy. Let me see though, because what I want to do is bring this down. Okay, so that's so let me give you a story about this. If you don't know who this guy is, this guy name is Choke No Joke. Choke No Joke did a lot of the footage for the Rockefeller movement back with Jay-Z, Dame, what's my boys from Philly? State Property. So you know the guys, Freeway, all those guys. Anyway, he was there for a lot of the stuff that was going on, and the backgrounds with Diddy and whatever. Now the reason I'm bringing up Choke No Joke and going to bring this into you because he's gonna bring some points up, and I had some videos, but because it's in here, it speaks for me. But I want you to listen to this because as a man of 80s and 90s hip-hop, my era, when I was young, when these kids are young now, they're 17, 18, 19, 20s, this is my era, you know what I mean? I made it to my teens coming into the 90s, and so the whole 90s is really my riff, right? So the same way these kids are growing up with Drake and XXXTentacion, rest in peace, Little Durk, and so on, just keep going, Kendrick. For this generation, this is their world, right? And so for the 90s, it was my world, the Biggies, the Pacs, the Jay-Z's, the Nas, that was my world. And I was a kid, so we talk about how music influences so much, as far as like with children. As I'm watching this, and he's reverting back to some old things. Okay. And with the information I know now, because of social media, because back then we didn't have social media, we had, just magazines. And you had to figure it out every month when the magazine would drop for you. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Choke No Joke is talking about. Joke, give us some play, Joke.
Yeah, I guess it's choking and joking today.
It's because we're live on Facebook and YouTube, so.
Now, when we was younger, we wasn't paying attention. But if you go and you look at the Big Papa video, the lead woman or the lead guy in that is a transgender, right?
I'm gonna look it up as you say that.
Yeah, you can.
So you more so, and we could be somewhat candid. You more so just alluding to like the accusations of Diddy being like into homosexual lifestyles.
Yeah.
That energy of hip hop that has always been seen as taboo, and we could never verify it because none of us were on the inside.
Right. Well, I was.
But I was gonna ask you, so you've seen this firsthand.
Yeah, I've never seen like orgy, but Diddy has hit on me at Steve Rifkin's house. Everybody at the house was gay, but I didn't know it until I really paid attention and looked around at my surroundings. I'm like, oh shit.
Right.
Like, what's going on?
That sounds like Exhibit's story, because Exhibit had a story like that. They went to Miami.
No, but he went to a club.
Right.
I went to Steve Rifkin's house.
Right.
It was after a BET Awards, we went to an after party.
Right.
Me, Lil' Kim, Hillary Weston, who was Lil' Kim's manager.
Okay.
At the time. And we go to the after party, we run into Diddy, and Diddy tells us to come meet him he tells them, not me. He tells Kim and them, yo, come meet me at Steve Rifkin's house. And we all go over to Steve Rifkin's house. And while we there was another executive that been making passes at me a lot in the entertainment industry. he shows up.
For context, what does that look like? Because they're not gonna be that bold, are they?
What do you mean?
Is it like, you know how if you shoot a shot at a woman, it could be either very direct or very subtle?
It's very direct. Not trying to grab a nigga nuts, but you know when someone is attracted to you, male, female.
Okay.
I don't give a f- it's a dog and he humping on your leg.
Right.
You know the motherfucker horny.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, it was definitely obvious. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially in hindsight. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that lifestyle exists within the industry, right?
We've heard it, and
It's a fact, brother. It's a fact. From sports players, singers, actors, comedians, white, black, Asian, it don't matter.
So, because that's a whole conversation you just said, even with the Diddy story. How do you respond to that?
Do you understand
when he makes a pass at you?
Where this is going for me?
Let
me stop. I don't know why it keeps stopping. But do you understand, like, when I think back, when I'm looking back, I'm like, damn, like, it makes sense.
What?
Like, just, I'm getting a call from Puerto Rico. Should I answer it? I'm getting a call from Puerto Rico. No, I'm not answering this. Ain't nobody call me from Puerto Rico. Text me first before I answer that call. But I just, you know what? Let's just keep going.
For me, at this stage in my life, I'm more mature than to punch a nigga in his face. Right? So you just ignore it and, you know, you kind of give him the look like, nah. And giving that nigga the look made him just look hard and made me put my head down. Because he got 5 niggas standing around him. They like the whole booty mob and shit, right? And I'm sitting there like, what the hell? I would grab Hillary by her shirt and I drag her ass outside. Like, yo, this nigga over here hitting on me. Like, yo, don't bring me to nothing like this. And then when I'm not going to name all the people that was there, and I talked about this before, but I'm not going to do that, right? But everybody that was there was either gay or secretly gay or bisexual. But right now, from what I know now, and I say, they all get down like that, right?
Right.
And me hanging with them, they could have thought that because I was hanging with Lil' Kim, that maybe I would be with that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to knock them for trying, you know what I'm saying? Because all these 75%, 85% of these people that's in the industry that's popular, you know what I'm saying, have succumbed to that lifestyle.
My question for that, and then we can kind of do a spin move out of it. Because I'm always curious about, was it already in them or was it does the industry groom them to be open to it?
The industry grooms them to be open to it. Like if we go back to the Big Papa video, right? Why is the lead person out of all the bad bitches in New York City back then, even the women in the video, right? Why was the lead a transgender?
Compared to Mary and whoever you could use.
Why was there, you remember the scene in the bathroom? Why was there a transgender pissing in the bathroom with the guy? You
Hey, that's this TV. Don't worry about it, guys. Just keep rocking with us. It'll come in when it's ready.
Right.
Yeah. You remember there's a woman in the bathroom with klepto, and I can't remember who the other.
We're just gonna jump back to the side.
The person is, and they looking at the nigga ding ding, and why they standing at the urinal? Like, why is that in there way back then?
Got you. And I just pulled
now look at the girl go to the scene when Buster's talking to her at the bar, and Big walk up and move the nigga, and then or when she say true, stop it right there and look at the knot in her throat.
Not the knot in her throat. Talking about this young lady?
That's her.
You seen that?
Look at her. Zoom in on the throat.
Women can have a little. Is that like
Her name is Shamika. She was from Queens and she got killed because she was a nigga who was dating her, didn't know it was a man, and went to have sex with her and found out she was a man and she's dead and he's in jail.
So you know the story.
Dito, rest in peace.
So when you see that, are you alluding to
That's
they
sad.
they sprinkle it in there? They subconsciously make you comfortable with it,
Bro.
Because that is weird for, not to say weird.
I gotta stop this.
Let me say this.
Go ahead.
Dave said the unnatural lifestyle has always been the driving wheel behind the so-called rap. And shout out to Remid being in the building as well. And that is very, very true. And I believe that
It was before rap.
it was well, not only that, I can remember
The disco
for me,
era,
yeah, I was gonna say younger, I can remember seeing it and it being like, was that a man or a woman?
And then when we get into the story of what was the older gentleman that ran Hollywood? It's a black gentleman. I can't remember his name for some reason. It's on the tip of my tongue.
RuPaul?
No, not RuPaul. Oh, Clarence. Was it Clarence?
Clive Davis?
Clarence. Something Clarence.
Who?
Clarence. I can't think of his name right now. If anybody remembers who I'm talking about that's in music and you know who I'm saying, I'm talking about, his name was something Clarence. He passed away. He was like the black mafia figure. He was the black figure that spoke to and did everything. He was like the guru. He's the actual one who actually trained Quincy Jones, who happens to be homosexual. So you got to think about, and what David said.
Clarence Frogman Henry?
Is it Clarence? I don't know. I don't know about no
Clarence
Frogman.
White?
Yeah, but never mind. I don't know. I can't tell you his last name. Clarence could be his first
Clarence
name.
Clemens? I don't know.
I mean, Clarence could be his last name. I can't think of his name though. But anybody that's familiar with the music and is actually a student of music and loves this our genre of how we communicate, and they're older, they would definitely know who I'm talking
Listen,
about.
flashback. Do you know who he's talking about? I would love to know if that's who it is. Because I looked up at the famous Clarence.
I don't never get any
in a
new
music
text.
group,
I don't
but
never get
no
any
me-
new things in my thing, so that's why I don't look at my thing.
Yeah, I'm in my news feed right now. I don't have anybody.
But it was
that
something
says
Clarence or
anything
Clarence. I don't want to say Clarence, not Clarence Thomas. No, but anyway.
But I just want to know who it is.
Since as far as I can think of for that, and I'm pretty sure ever since music came into play and it started being controlled by others, I'm pretty sure that a lot of the homosexuality was definitely in it. But for the 80s, and what my real point was, as a child, you don't know. Like a child growing up right now knows about LGBT community.
Oh, you mean like growing back up back
as far
then?
as our information that was being promoted to us as our program.
Yeah.
Because our program, our parents seen our program.
Yeah.
But they were also programmed.
Yes.
And the only way they would know their program is to talk to an elder to explain.
To see the difference.
Yeah, especially when we talk about the realm of music and art and, or the history of entertainment in any sense. But yes, homosexuality.
I was right. Frogman Henry was a blues
Frogman Henry.
artist.
Okay.
Thank you.
He wasn't a blues man artist, who I'm talking about.
Let me see a picture.
Let me see a picture of him. Are you gonna pull him up? You can pull him up if he's on here.
Frogman.
I know what he looks. I know what he looks like when I see him. He was murdered in his house, I believe. Him and his wife. I remember when they made but the gentleman and his wife were murdered in the house.
For real?
And he was the top dog who brought Jay-Z and Quincy Jones, Michael Jackson. I'm talking about entertainment top dogs back. He's old. He's dead now, but he was maybe been dead. Maybe. No, that's not him at all. It's not him at all. Type in Clarence who introduced Quincy Jones. It's Quincy. He brought Quincy Jones is a major name I can think of. And all the guys that he brought in, like for instance, who did Rumps in a Bump? Who was the guy who did Rumps in a Bump?
Clarence Avon.
Clarence Avon.
That's who you're talking about.
I'm so sorry, Clarence. Clarence Avon.
Really?
Yes. Clarence Avon. If you guys don't know who Clarence Avon is, please go check it out. Matter of fact, you know what you do, Jules?
Yeah,
Before we get back to this.
Dámelo, papi.
Here, let me give you that. Sorry about that. Here, take this. Go ahead and type him up in here for me, and so we can bring up a picture.
Oh, sugar balls.
Ooh,
I would say the sugars was balls and balls.
I don't know what the hell sugar balls is. I don't know what
I
sugar
was trying to cuss.
Sugar balls.
It's a
Hey, yo,
sugar
keep
ball.
using it. It works for you. It works for you. Sugar balls.
And balls asleep. I'm sorry.
See, as a female,
I'm
it's
sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry. I know because we were talking about this whole sentence.
As a female, it's okay.
Sorry,
It
I'm
be
sorry.
the- it
I
be-
am so sorry, guys. I'm sorry in the
It be
chat. I
some
don't
of
even
these
have my
younger
phone in front of me.
generations. Yo, they be playing gay games for real.
Clarence, where's it at?
Avery.
Avon.
Oh, right there. I see him right there. Man, you moved it too.
You was moving. You was
maybe I
moving
was.
too
Go ahead, don't make a
fast.
difference. Go ahead. Put it back in, please. Just want to bring up a picture for him.
Okay.
Okay, this is Clarence Avant. This guy right here, this gentleman. Let me get some more images of him. Yes, this gentleman. If you forgot, see all these people, the ones that you can see in the screen. I'm just gonna scroll down a little bit. This man,
No Diddy.
no Diddy. This man. Well, if it's no Diddy, it's no Diddy without this guy. He was the go-to guy. I remember we're talking about when blacks.
Mira, pull that picture right there. With
Which
him and
one?
Jay-Z.
It's
and
right there. They
Puffy.
can see it.
You see it?
You can see it. What I'm
They
saying.
say Jay-Z's next.
I mean, yeah, and based off of the book of Kim Porter, which we were going to get into,
Her words beyond the grave.
yes,
Because it's like an interpretation of some of the documents. Allegedly, the FBI has everything, but
Listen,
of course,
if you
we're
haven't
breaking it.
if you haven't heard about the book, heard the reading of the book, got the book already.
Got the ball card.
I'm trying to watch my words. You might say the wrong thing around here. You're a hit. You're gonna get crucified. But this, oh my God, I did it again.
What you did?
I just did dumb stuff. But okay, look, let me go back over here. Okay, you look at everybody. Now, Kim Porter with her book.
Bro, I said Clive Davis
Okay, let me-
when you said famous black guy.
Yeah, I know you was thinking about Clive Davis, but he's there. But okay, so basically, even if you've seen the heading, it's about Kim Porter, and her book is called Kim's Last Word. And
Lost.
Lost Words, excuse me. But reason why I brought up Choke No Joke for you guys that know who Choke No Joke is, and you didn't get to hear it, he broke it down pretty much the best that I could have did. I would have did the same thing. I was actually impressed with the way that they did. Comedy Hype did their actually thing. So
Okay.
that's why I'd rather show them than to do anything lesser than that.
But listen, before we get into it, what did you actually think? Because I was here with you when we settled the book. What did you think about the book?
I thought the book was
Jaw dropping? No, did he?
I thought the book was nasty. It was just nasty.
Listen, when we listened to it, I was
She
like,
was a freak. He was nasty.
But not only was she a
She was a freak. She was just a freak. Nothing wrong.
listen, I'm not gonna go too deep into it because I'm just not. But I do believe that the more, you know how the song went with them, the more money we come across, the more problems we see.
Yeah.
He definitely exercised his right to money to make people do things.
Who?
Diddy.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
He.
Okay, let me give you some inserts of the book real fast. There's a part where she says, the first time Diddy wanted to be penetrated in
Say
the
it again?
relationship. He wanted to be penetrated. He wanted her
Say who?
to penetrate him.
Okay.
The book,
Yes, because the clarification at first for me wasn't there because of the way it was interpreted.
Okay.
But once you keep listening, you get what she's saying. Go ahead, Dale.
Well, no, I can't because that when we would change the channel,
It didn't go?
no, it just changed what we were actually doing. I'm just looking for because I want to make sure we bring it back to Choke No Joke. But I don't see it right here. Matter of fact, just go ahead and do this. Go ahead and type in. Nope, bring that back. Hold up. Yeah, go ahead and type in Comedy Hype Choke No Joke.
You had to put the thing where it goes.
Oh, don't mind us. We're chilling. Go ahead. It's there.
Papi, que I-
It's there. Yeah, that's not me.
typing.
Yeah, that's not me then. See, yeah, it wasn't me. We're bouncing around tonight. It's cool. We ain't got time.
All right, what is it?
We ain't
Comedy
gonna
hype
waste their
right
time.
there?
No, there we go.
Don't touch it. There we go.
Okay, because it'll bring me back to where it should bring me back to where I was just at. Okay, right here. YouTube has been acting crazy though. Only when I go live on Facebook, because on YouTube.
Yeah,
No,
right,
I
because
said
it
it
was
was
fine.
fine.
20 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's like it's only when you go live though, so I get that part. But I want to make sure I'm at the clip because I don't want to take God knows the Tupac murder, Diddy party. Here we go.
Not to say weird as a derogatory, but it doesn't make sense why that scene would be in a hip hop video when hip hop was so much about masculinity and da-da-da-da.
And
So I can
it's
see.
supposed to be homophobic, right? So they say, right?
Right. But we weren't thinking about transgenders back then.
But they're there. Okay. What I believe is that the Tupac Biggie got so gangster and so big that the agenda that they was about to push on us, that they later pushed on us, it just got pushed back. They was getting ready to groom us right there. They was grooming us. We got a transgender in the Big Papa video in the bathroom and the lead woman. Not only in Big Papa and Warning, she's in the bed with Biggie. And then in the Flavor in Your Ear remix, she's dancing behind LL.
Right.
And Hype Williams is the director. She's the lead in all three of those videos. He's director of all three videos. And it's rumored that was his chick or nigga or whatever.
Right. Okay. And we can leave people to maybe investigate more on this. But that, I mean, you're saying some stuff that does have me question, because I remember that scene and I remember more so laughing at it because I thought it was like a joke as a youngster. Like, why is the lady in the, she playing along? I didn't think that was I didn't think about it now in hindsight.
Right, and see, and they was grooming with us. They was trying to groom us as a culture. Because right now, when you think of the LGBTQ community, who you think about?
I do think about us.
Black people.
Yeah, because
right?
they.
How often do you see a white guy running around
on an ad and they market it in the hood?
Or how about Chinese people?
Right, that's a good point.
Do you see that? No, right? How about the Indians? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of Indian people out here. You know what I'm saying? You don't see them dressing and it's us.
Yeah, I can agree that they have made us appear as the poster childs for it.
From the Saucy Santanas all the way down. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this dude, he got a beard and nails. Like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, he's stuck in between, you know what I'm saying? And that's his thing. But for us as black people, it seems like the black women, they love it. When we've super feminine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then they say it ain't no black men in the house.
Listen what he's saying.
The black man, the black woman is the most unprotected, right?
Mm-hmm. That's why they're the most.
Well, y'all are encouraging the black men to be women.
All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this teaser. You can watch the full interview.
Did that not make sense, though? If you look at it from that, okay, let's tap into that. So. Yeah, definitely write down your points. Okay, so, and what we'll do is.
Y'all know how you be doing me.
You know I be thinking fast.
Yes, that's why I said
Let me bring this back a little bit, though. Choke, no joke. Right, so what he said was...
Listen, make sure that everybody in the building, before he gives his overall dato, everybody in the building, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the share button. Do not forget that we are actually live. It is $2 Tuesdays here on the podcast. That's right, I said it. P.O.E, not pod, but P.O.E, P.O.E, providing official entertainment, providing official education for people on Earth. And as you know, everybody from this planet, not from this planet. I am your co-host, the Crimson Tempest, a.k.a. Red Storm in the building. This is your host for the night, Mr. El Vlago, a.k.a. Reckless World 7 in the building.
And a.k.a. Mr. Mess with your emotions, because I tap
It is definitely a very interesting topic. It is 6:30 on Tuesday. Reaction News Report with El Vlago and the Crimson Tempest, a.k.a. Red Storm. Do not forget that it is matrix-minded because we think outside of the box. We don't stay in that box. It is a world, and guess what? Sometimes it's a Reckless's world. B.F.S. Media, and this is what we do. $2 Tuesdays, the podcast. Do not forget, I am the Crimson Tempest, and that is Mr. El Vlago. Sorry.
I love the way that I changed the buttons and you went with it. We were actually, hey, listen, I just like having fun. I'm sorry. But you did a great job. I can't lie. I was trying to mess you up in the whole nine. You was just,
you can't do it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
He's basically saying, like, what he was saying was that the homosexual agenda was supposed to be implanted on us right after We came out of the conscious rap.
When was
rap.
that, puppy?
So this was, okay, so 80, 90.
Okay, pause.
Let me just say 91, 92. That's
But-
for your Diddy area.
Okay, that's headed more towards what you're saying as like the hip hop era.
Yeah, it's the first. No, now you gotta remember
Excuse me.
hip hop. I've been in hip hop since the 80s.
Okay,
So,
because
but
I
it's-
can
it's hip-hop.
remember.
It is hip hop era.
I can remember, and I'm gonna chop it up, and I'm not gonna say it right. Like who was the guy that was the rock star, and he would wear the makeup and look like a female? No, I know who Kiss is. Axl Rose didn't do that, but he had the long hair. It was a guy, a performer. Like, I know, like, Bohemian
you mean,
Rhapsody,
you
like,
mean,
Queen would
you
do
mean,
shit
no,
because
no,
Queen
Cyndi
was
Lauper,
openly
Cyndi
gay.
Lauper, Cyndi Lauper.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Cyndi Lauper.
Que estaba, like, he was, like, un poquito feminine.
You had I was about to say Michael Bolton.
But
What's
you
the other
understand
gay
what I'm
guy?
saying? And George Michaels was
George
gay
Michaels,
too. But it was a lot of that represented
one.
in the white culture as well. That's why I was trying to say, like, I don't think it just started with black culture and stayed in that. A lot of these white guys beforehand were bien.
I agree.
The 60s, like, they had the disco era. Like, that shit been happening, bro.
I
It's
agree.
just that it became more mainstream to us, meaning us, because we listen to rap music and hip hop. We adapted more to that when it became popular.
I
So
think that's
when
the
it
point
became popular, it was like, yeah, it's popular, but here's this too. Because we've been doing it over here, but it's not maybe catching the wave for everybody to be on that wave. Because there's a couple of guys I've seen in the Dato, and I'm like, you have sugary balls.
Sugary balls. Okay, listen. What you just said makes okay. What I'm what I think that
Boy George,
Boy
shout
George,
out to.
I said Boy George.
I didn't hear you. Flashback,
Yeah,
thank you.
I said Boy George, and I was trying
But
to
you
think of the
knew
other
who I
guy.
was talking
No, there was the
about.
other guy.
Who's the other one?
He was
No, Prince, yeah, but Prince was more of
Michael
like
Jackson. All of them, though. But I'm not.
No.
I don't even want to go there because where you were at was
I heard
perfect as
people
far
in
as
the
rocking.
industry refer to Busta Rhymes as
Of course.
zesty. I'm done with you,
Zesty.
Dave.
Busta Rhymes is.
I'm done with you, Dave.
Listen,
I gotta put that in my notes.
I'm not going to say that I know he's zesty, but I'm saying off of the fact of, listen, anybody with a half a brain that's been like I said.
I
when
never
it comes
heard
to
that before.
When it comes to 90s, when it comes to the 80s, and
David
90s,
Bowie, that's who I was talking about.
David Bowie?
That's exactly. Thank you, Dave. That's exactly who I was speaking
But I
about
still
because I
think
thought
it's-
about that movie that he was in. At the Labyrinth or
Labyrinth.
Yes.
That was a joint.
Pero también the movie.
The movie itself was
No,
crazy.
Pero the other movie where it was like
He was punk rock.
the
though.
Rocky Horror Show.
He was punk rock.
But that's what I'm trying
Yeah.
to say. It's been in the music and even the Rocky Horror Show.
But I think his point was the African American community, not the white
But
community.
that
It was
my-
already in their
I
nature.
understood that, but the way that I felt like he was trying to make it seem was like it was never exposed like this until it hit the black
I said
community.
it was introduced to us.
No,
He said
it's
they
been
were
introduced.
trying to introduce it to
because
us.
it's no. My point was this: when was hip hop started?
In the late 70s, early 80s.
Okay, and when did this come out with David Bowie? Tojeto?
Don't get it, David Bowie. It's all in the same time.
Before
David Bowie's in the 70s, 80s. David Bowie,
Elton
Billy
John.
Joel, Elton John.
That's all in the seven.
That's early. Yeah, he's more of an old. What I'm saying is, you name some that are older and some that are younger, but in the same mindset of what you're speaking on. I truly agree with you. I'm saying it's always homosexuality has always been presented to us, especially in entertainment, because that's where all the homosexuals did in school. They did drama classes and shit.
Yeah.
Regular dudes was not doing drama class. They was back in those days. They had auto mechanics and all of those type of things. In our days, they had. You see, they started
Shout
giving
out
us
to
home
A-Boy
economics.
Mighty in the building.
Shout out to A-Boy. So what I'm saying is the introduction of homosexuality, I'm taking it from what he was saying was introducing to us. He said they were supposed to be introducing it to us, not the rock, not just say hip-hop then. You're right. Let's just say hip-hop. We don't even say black community. It's better to say hip-hop because it's for the hip-hop genre, which had most of the black community. It didn't have the white community, any other communities. It mainly targeted the black community. Like we said, we had singers that were just as gay and had shit going on too.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to figure out, like,
black
if we're
singers.
going to do the black community, like, what did you listen to before them?
That's what I'm saying. What I'm just saying is, and like I said, I don't want to make. I just don't want to. You know what? Let's just do this. You know what? Because you know what? What you said was on point. Let's just see what he actually said.
Poster childs for it.
From the Saucy Santanas
Right. That's a good point.
Do you see that? No, right? How about the Indian?
Let's go
A
back.
culture.
Yeah, we need to
Because
go back.
right now,
We investigate more on this, but you're saying some stuff that does have me question, because I remember that scene, and I remember more so laughing at it because I thought it was like a joke as a youngster. Like, why is the lady she playing along? I didn't think that I didn't think about it now in hindsight.
right, and see, and they was grooming with us. They was trying to groom us as a culture. Because right now, when you think of the LGBTQ community, who you think about?
I do think about us.
Black people.
Yeah, because
Right?
they
How often do you
push
see a white guy running around?
on an ad, and they market
Right?
it in the hood.
Or how about Chinese people?
Right, that's a good point.
Do you see that? No, right? How about the Indians? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of Indian people out here. You know what I'm saying? You don't see them dressing and it's us.
Yeah, I can agree that they have made us appear as the poster childs for it.
From the Saucy Santanas
YouTube world,
all the
TV
way
world,
down.
internet
You know what
world.
I'm saying? Like, and this dude, he got a beard and nails. Like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, he's stuck in between, you know what I'm saying? And that's his thing. But for us as black people, it seems like the black women, they love it. When we super feminine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then they say it ain't no black men in the house. The black black woman is the most unprotected, right? Mm-hmm. Well, y'all are encouraging the black men to be women.
All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this teaser. You
I
can
would
support
love to
interview right
hear
now
what
at hypersclub.com.
Dave,
Because that's basically what his point was. That's what
Rob
we
Band
have to say
Is that the
about
point that we actually were
Behind
talking
the
about,
scenes
though?
and additional content.
About
no,
black
you,
women?
no, my point wasn't that. My point was that it's been introduced. It hasn't just.
Okay,
it didn't just start with
definitely.
Biggie's video.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not
It's
at all.
been introduced.
Sure did.
Was it maybe more targeted
Niggas is
towards
just on
them
his
because
nuts.
it was in a Biggie video?
Because he got beyond.
Oh my God.
That's choke, no joke. But go ahead. What you were saying?
Was it more targeted towards us because it was in a Biggie video? And a lot of us, even me, didn't know that when the chick was in there, I didn't realize transgender.
But you know what's crazy?
I just thought like, oh, it was funny. The chick walked in there like, I'm looking at y'all. That's what I thought. I didn't know it was that. But just because I seen that, it didn't make me think that it was okay for a female to be in the bathroom
Not
with
at all.
males.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? And even when I seen the chick, and that's not the only, let's be clear, because I sent you some other clips. That's not the only female / male that has been in music videos
Truly.
of Puffy's and Biggie's.
Right, but this was the point. The same girl. Matter of fact, you know what? Do something for me, man. I like this conversation.
Dave said the point he was making is that homosexual, in big letters, community has always attended themselves to any social issues to make their unnatural lifestyle acceptable. And I believe that that's where I was trying not so much agree with what exactly word for word what Dave said, but the direction I was trying to go in was it wasn't just because of this that happened.
Yeah,
It's
but he
been
didn't-
introduced
but he
because,
never-
like I said beforehand,
Yeah,
what
he
did you
never
listen
said
to
that.
before the hip
Yeah,
hop?
but he didn't say that. That's
The
why I
hip
was
to
confused.
the hippie to the hip. No, but he said it's been pushed on more.
He said it's been pushed on our culture because he's a black man speaking about our. It means his. So he was being specific about what he was speaking on. That's what I kept saying. He broke it down to the end though. What he spoke, the conversation was really about the way that the agenda is going, how it is affecting the black man and the black woman, or the black woman's mindset against the black man and vice versa.
And I think that it's been like that. I think that he's maybe shedding more light on that because it is something that, like you said, is being brought more in light to today's world because the white man's been accepted that.
But that's
Because
we're not talking about the white man. We're talking
listen
about
to me.
us.
I understand that.
Right, okay.
But I'm saying beforehand, it's not like it's brand new introduced because they've been accepting it.
Right, they're pushing
They're
it on us.
trying to get us to accept
Right,
it
and that was his
more.
point. His point was they're pushing it on our community. He's not talking about the whites. He said, "Look at the Indians."
No, I think that he's pushed. They're pushing the agenda more towards us because it's been out for so long, and it's something that a lot of us haven't adapted to because it's like, nah, it's just not how it is.
But the
Just
younger,
giving-
the purpose is that the kids right now are. We've had conversations with the younger kids going to high school, and they're arguing about LGBTQ and and their arguments are synonymous to what they understand in their growth growing up. Because we're older, we know so much more. We have more information, and the farther we look back, we know more. But that's why it's harder for a parent to talk to a child, because if you don't have 24 hours a day surveillance with your child, that means once they go to school and come home, if the family's not balanced, where there's always the parents are home, mom and dad are home, they both go to work when the kids go to school and come back, they don't get the proper nutrients spiritually or just genetically from either parent. You have a man and a female, so you're getting a balance. A daughter understands a man through her father. A son understands a woman through his mother. Right? You always say mama's boy and daddy's girl. So when you have that balance, it's beautiful. When you don't have the balance, yes, can it work? Yeah, but we're talking about the natural balance it's supposed to be, not the unnatural balance. That's why homosexuality has now become the natural balance. It's natural for a kid growing up that homosexuality is a part of you. Everybody's not grown like this. It's 71 genders. Your kids are arguing with you about the genders. And are they wrong? No, because this is what they were taught. So I'm not arguing with the children. What I'm saying is we need to argue about the institutions that are teaching all of us. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's like Malcolm X said. It makes no sense for your slave owner to be taught by your to teach your children. For you to want that to teach your children. And that's from a black standpoint. It's not from, everybody has their own situations, but a black American actually can use that, and everybody in the world can reference to that. We are the people who still have nothing, even though we're growing. But a lot of times we focus on so much of the negative of what we do and not the positive, and that's for all aspects and all colors. But in this situation, yes. When I look at just the world that I'm actually living in, like you said, this man lives in New York. Some people live in Idaho. Some people live in Minnesota. I live in New Jersey. And I live in the suburbs in New Jersey. So in my area, there's not a lot of the flamboyancy that I seen growing up. But the younger kids are seeing more because it's more acceptable now. When we were growing up, maybe you had to hide. I'm not saying that the numbers are different. I'm just saying the exposure is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the numbers really are. Nobody does. But we're talking about exposure. When it's okay to be in it. But we also know that just like me with hip hop growing up, and I wanted to be a Big Daddy Kane, I needed to have the high top and the EST fade, and some of you girls had to have the bow ties and look like Jen the Rockers, or y'all had to look like TLC. All of us as kids adapt to the things that we love, which is the music, because they're teaching us through rhythm. It's different than school. In school, it's quiet, they're talking to you. But music teaches you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And our music, when we came out with hip hop, and they understood that it was profitable, they jumped in. So we're talking about the 90s, though. I'm not talking about any other area. I'm talking about the 90s. Me being a 80s, 90s baby, as far as being able to comprehend and listen. This is why it was important to me, because P. Diddy and Bad Boy. Now, I was older in 93 when he came out. So even when I seen the video, I didn't know it was a guy. I just thought it was like, why did you pick her as the girl?
Why did you think that?
Because she wasn't cute.
Oh.
As far you had Mary J. Blige, you had the other blonde girl, his baby mom. You had too many pretty women running around at the time to pick that. And that's the same one that was in the the Biggie video, the remix. When LL, think about this now, when LL said, this is TV delicious. Guess who's there in the background?
We don't know what you're talking about.
Here, that's why I told you I wanted you to bring this up. So here.
You didn't tell me shit.
I did, but it was a while ago. It was a while ago. Put up the Biggie, pick up the...
You didn't tell me. The Biggie, huh?
You know what I love about this? Because when we later on, I'm going to get
ready.
Mine. Okay, so it's Big Papa remix, I think it is. It was Bad Boy. What song is that? Come out and play.
Don't worry, I can't wait for the replay.
Big Papa. The ashtrays. Get
what
the
is it? Come out and play?
It's the remix. It's the remix. I think it's Big Papa. It's the remix. Nope, it's not that. It's the one with him, Busta Rhymes. Here we go. Oh, it's flavoring your ear. Ooh, look at that. Now watch this. I'm gonna mute it.
Yeah, because you know they be hitting us.
I'm gonna mute this real fast. We're gonna get to the video. I'm gonna play a little bit. I don't care. Hit me. YouTube gonna let me rock. They ain't gonna kill me. I'm gonna hit that mute. Okay, look. I'm gonna let the music stop the music. That's Biggie first. Big buck, the ashtrays. Fuck the fair one. I get mine the fast way. Ski mask way. Hard from dancing on. Where LL come at? LL probably was the last because he was the oldest. Let's just get straight to LL when LL come in because you know what they said about LL too. Where's LL?
Right there.
Here, LL right here. Look. Oh, let me stop. Hold
Go back
up.
a couple seconds. Go back a couple seconds.
She'll bring it back again. She got a couple clips. That person right there, that girl is this. You know what? You're right. Let's just bring it back to Shorty.
Thank you.
Her right there. That is the same girl from the Biggie video.
I know.
Because, and now mind you,
We're
again,
waiting for the part that you said.
what you mean? What he said? He,
There
she?
was a part- yeah, you
That's
said there was a
every-
part.
I'm not even going to play that part
Oh,
because
okay.
if you don't know the song, then
Flotitious,
it's fine.
jingling, baby. Flotitious.
Did you hear it?
Say it again.
I'm not doing it again because they might flag me.
Oh, okay. But you have to understand, for some people who don't know that part of the video, I wanted them to hear that.
The problem is I didn't either. So this is what I'm giving you is what I just watched and I'm listening and reading and seeing, and I always thought there was something strange about this person, and I knew that she was in both videos, but I didn't realize
Dave
that.
said, "Let the video and conversation play. Don't talk over
can't.
the audio." I wish, Dave, we
I
could.
can't play this one.
But
I told
this
him
one we can't.
Yeah, they'll flag me.
They'll
for the
flag
music.
us for this one.
Yeah, I
But
can't.
we heard the part. He, she. That's what he
I just
said in
wanted
the
to make sure you
beginning.
heard that.
And like Reckless said, as well as I didn't know in the beginning that's what they were saying.
But listen. The purpose, because where we kind of went with this conversation really
I
was
can't
based,
wait for them tapes to come out.
it was the conversation again was still based on the fact that I was actually speaking on the African American community and what he said and doesn't have any relevance. And what he said was that's when they tried to introduce it to our culture back in 92, 93. Now, I don't know how old you were in 92, 93, but I was old enough to know like girls and the whole stuff and be there in 92, 93. So for me, at that time, I just thought it was, I'm like, damn, as many pretty girls that was running around.
I
that you
was
coulda
like
had.
6'7".
Yeah, exactly.
I was like 6'7". Like 5, 6, 7.
Shout out to that 5, 6,
You know
7.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you feel me? Like, so for me, the reason why I brung these up because it was shocking to me because I always felt weird about it.
Okay.
Like I just the video. It wasn't nothing that stood out for me
I
to
get
care
what you're
about.
saying. I get what you're saying.
But you know,
I'm.
that's like somebody showing you.
Can I cuss now? I'm just
Yeah,
fucking
we're
with
good
you,
now,
but
we're
you
good
know.
But yeah, but I do. Listen, when I'm looking at the homosexuality being promoted, when he said it, as far as the way he lives in New York, what they see in New York for the commercials, for the advertisements, is way different than mine because I
Yeah,
see
facts.
the Mexican dude, I see the Chinese dude. Actually, I see a lot of black and Latinos. But but his purpose when he said that, it made me just realize what
Maybe it's in his algorithm, bro, because I see more whites than anything.
I'm not talking about the algorithm of YouTube or what you can go look at. I'm talking about the algorithm of natural TV and commercials. I see that. Now, when I'm on YouTube, I see a lot of different stuff on YouTube.
I'm saying
but
too.
I'm a hip hop guy, so when I go to hip hop,
saying too.
listen. Well, then, do you think?
Listen, it's in potato and potato.
Nah, ain't no potato and potato.
It's on potato,
it's right
potato.
Or wrong. Ain't no potato and potato.
It's on no right and wrong.
No, it's a right or wrong. It ain't no aluminium papers. It's aluminum.
It's aluminium.
It ain't no aluminum and aluminium. It ain't no two of those. I don't know where that come from. It's what it is. The truth and everything else.
Flashback said you got a headshot. I couldn't see.
A headshot of what?
Dude. Oh my God, I almost did it.
You did do it. You going down, girl. Matter of fact, I'm changing this music. Cause you done got weird on the nigga. Oh my God. Listen, okay, so but no, okay, so you know who Clyde Davis is? Do you know who Clyde Davis is?
He's not. I know, cause I said he was black and he's not.
But do you know anything about him?
Yes, he's the diddler part 1.
He's the guy who brung Diddy in. This
He's
guy
the
right
diddler
here.
part 1. He's the masterminded diddler.
He's just one of.
He's the
one of them.
fiddler.
He's one of them.
It includes some fascinatingly honest detail about you. Because the soundtrack of your life includes
I had to mute them. I muted them. I had to
honest
mute them for a minute, but the shit keep
about
glitching.
you. Trying to protect your private life. Made lots of headlines. I'm not breaching any confidence when I say you've had an interesting personal life. You got married twice to women, but as you're very honest in the book about, you're bisexual. and you've been involved in 2 lengthy relationships with men, including one now. What has been the reaction to these revelations in the book, and have you been surprised by it?
I've not been surprised, honestly, but firstly, from my family, from my children who've known, this wasn't that I was bisexual or was married. This is something that only occurred after my second marriage failed. So for the first time, having failed in marriage twice, not related at all to sex, I opened myself up to the possibility of having a relationship with a person rather than a gender.
Yes,
and
you did open up.
that's what I turned to. But I found that the attitude in general towards bisexuality is you're either gay, you're straight, or you're lying.
Right.
For me, it's not been that case. It may be, even though this is just a part of my life, and I wouldn't have written the autobiography without disclosing that, maybe some good will come of it.
I've always suspected that people who say they're bisexual.
Okay. And that's why this came out.
Bra, bra. Ah. I made it cool to jump out, gang raper out.
Okay, so I just made my point. Do you understand now?
I guess.
Clyde Davis, doesn't matter if he's white, black, Jewish, whatever he is, and everybody else in the industry is gay. And if you want to be in, and I'm glad that I didn't make it to the industry because I might have been caught out
the
there.
hot music and like the civil rights movement. Black people were used as a reason to say it's all right.
Hey, isn't that what?
That was Dave's
yeah, but what Dave quoted was beautiful because what did Marvin Gaye sing?
He said, "Ain't he Big Daddy?"
Listen, the sad part about all this is...
Flashback, I don't know if that's Big Daddy.
Nah, the sad part about this is, for me being in my generation and my age, I love music. I don't love individuals. I just love music. I loved all music. I listen to all music. Bohemian Rhapsody, basically speaking to Bells the Bub and the Devil.
What you said?
Bohemian Rhapsody. Listen to what they're speaking on. It's a lot of music that sonically touches our spirit that we all sing and love and we don't know what we're singing, right? So I'm just saying, like, listen, it is what it is and it's here. It's upon you to be aware of what's going on and then to teach your children. And to teach children till you die. You don't stop teaching because you're a grandparent or a great-grandparent or nothing. You teach everybody you come across. You have these conversations. You allow people to get mad at you because they don't want to hear it. You follow the ways and the laws of the Most High, the one that walked the earth and everybody said he was without blemish. Just walk like that. Be truthful in whatever you do and don't minimize and subject yourself to making somebody else feel good for the moment when it's going to damage them for a lifetime. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the applause button for myself.
Every way the wind blows,
This shit right here.
nothing even matters.
Do you know who Dapper Dan is?
To me.
Dapper Dan is
What
from
do
New
you
York.
do?
Well, he's from New York. So now you're into hip hop. You know a lot about hip hop. You know who A$AP Ferg is, and the A$AP crew.
No.
You don't know who A$AP Rocky is?
Yes.
So A$AP Rocky, I can't think of A$AP Ferg's song, but if I thought about it right now, you would know the song.
Oh, okay.
Mary.
But it doesn't
okay.
ring a bell.
Well, see, like a lot of this stuff when
He can't ring my bell. Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna sit my teeth.
It was good, buddy.
Yeah, it was. I ain't tripping. Listen, I'll let you listen. This is a great show. We have a love show. We have a love, like, we want people to participate, jump in with us. We're just chilling, man. We're not looking for anything.
You know, he was brother love.
No, I just want to say, like, okay, so for like, Dapper Dan, he's a homosexual gentleman. He's from Harlem. A$AP Ferg, Puffy's parents. And hip hop community, especially hip hop community, for every jacket you've seen on Mitch and Alpo, Rakim, Craig Mag, Biggie, anything you can think of in the hip hop industry back when it was all black fashion, when they still didn't believe in the shit, right? Back when Mecca was out, back when Cross Color was hitting, back when you had what's the other name? Calvin Klein. We had so many different fashions of black FUBU, you know what I mean?
For us,
but Dapper Dan was that guy. A$AP Ferg, his father, who was actually murdered, and and Puffy's father who was murdered. Like I said,
it's a history, but go ahead.
And that's my point. The thing about hip hop, when I'm looking at this from a situation, it's a history of street to music being programmed as it was happening. Not that it was not the white man was sitting back and thinking, as soon as they do hip hop, go ahead.
I say that it's a history.
Yes.
There's many people at play, but it's always his story that makes his story. So.
Oh, you trying to talk wisdom now? Oh, you trying to drop knowledge?
No, I'm trying to talk facts. It's a fact.
Oh, let's play with you. Play with you. You was dropping facts. Go ahead.
You made me fuck up what I was saying. You see?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take your vibe. I didn't mean to break your vibe.
Music is vibration, and the universe is moved by vibration. That's true, Dave.
And that's why I said when you take words,
it is
just music alone, not singing. Take away the audible. Take away not the audible, but take away the human, as far as singing, and just music alone. Just the sound of it, tapping into vibration. You talk about the Beethovens. You talk about what's that song that doom 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 boom doom boom boom.
I know what you're talking about.
It came
but
on every week.
It has no words.
It was the quickie. What was that? The quickie? What they call it? The afternoon quickie.
It was like it was not the afternoon. It was like the midnight that though, because it was like the song that came off. It was like boom 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 boom. Yeah,
that shit.
Anyway,
yeah, see, like you know what I'm
the
talking about.
vibe we just had.
See,
but I know you're talking about
some Kenny G.
Whoever that was. Listen, Kenny G was.
So I'm just giving a little bit of tune to let them know.
Kenny G was his soul was from a black man.
I don't know. See, now that's another subject.
His soul was from a black man.
That's another subject.
That's a fact.
No, that's another subject because you know I'm in that mood to just start digging.
I know, but his soul.
Fine. His soul is black.
His soul.
Whatever that means. What is a soul? What does a black soul mean? What is that to you?
No. Everybody has souls.
I don't even know.
Everybody has souls.
It's a black soul.
But some souls are white, some souls are black, and some souls are in between.
It need a touch of slavery in it? Like American black or like black? Because we got some kings and queens.
He had like his grandpappy was black.
From some slave shit. He had some nigga in there. So you basically saying he had some nigga in there. That's why his hair was curly? His hair was curly like yours. You look just like that. I mean, not look like him,
you
but
think
just the
do
hair.
I deny my heritage? Never.
Is he Puerto Rican? I was just talking about the hair. I was just talking about the hair. Anyway, I don't even want to talk about Diaper Dan no more. I really was just going to talk about him just getting into
Flashback said, gay was looking gay back in the day, but like the movie next Friday, I'm seeing a man looking like a man wanting to take dude man hood in the bathroom.
Yes, Damon wanted to take, he wanted to take,
said, my boy, Damon, my boy.
He got him with the vice grips. But again, what he said, he got him with the vice grips. He got it with the vice grips. What I'm saying is, in reality, right? All I was speaking on is what Choke No Joke said. No matter how, if we elaborate and jump off of it, I'm with it. I just want to say, I want to give it back to Choke No Joke because I used him as the medium of conversation.
Choke No Joke.
Again, we're talking about the black community, and when we're talking about how our black women, when we look at TV, they're always accepting of a feminine black man. And then they want the gangster man. But what about the media man? What about the man that's not homosexual or gangster? He's just living his life on God's terms.
I exercise my right to plead the fifth.
What about the middle guy?
I can't do it on this conversation.
Why?
Because I'm bound by the white man.
I don't even know what that means, being bound by the white man. I don't even know what the hell that means right now.
You don't know what that means?
No. What are you talking about? Oh, I know what you're talking about now. It took time. You know what? Let me stop.
But, just saying.
Take a minute to breathe. Everybody take a minute to breathe and just listen.
And go to Matrix Minded.
We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. Yeah, all gods, sons of the Most High. We shall all fall. Where do you stand in the 5 points of your body? Arm, leg, arm, head. You stand erect.
need the people to hear this.
What do you stand for? What do you stand for? What do you stand for? What would you die for? What would you die for? And if you truly would die for, will you live for? 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 Yeah, that's deep, right? Yeah, that's deep, right? So the program set for you already. Set for you already. It's already set for you. It's already set for you. And there's many levels to it. There's many levels to it. You ain't gotta sell your soul. You ain't gotta sell your soul to achieve. You just have to regain it. You just have to regain it. You have to claim it. You have to claim it. You have to claim yourself. You have to claim yourself.
God damn it! I just wanted to cool the jets in this conversation. You feel better now?
I do.
Okay.
Why you did that?
Because you crazy. You started this shit in the first place. Okay, hold up.
Okay.
Okay. Listen, people, listen to me. Let me in your ear. What I'm trying to say is, based just only on his point. If you guys know me, I'm kind of like an amoeba. I don't really have a shape.
You're kind of like an enema?
An enema? This is the P. Diddy shit is why everybody gay. This is the problem right now. They talk about this nigga so much that you even say gay shit for no reason. You just... This is why I want to give a shout out to Dame Dash for the pause, because we need to bring the pause back right now. Right now, we're in troubling times. And I don't know who's who. And
he said like Elalude, like he said he liked that elude. How you say that shit?
I don't know, because you say aluminium. Oh, he wanted to say the interlude.
Elude? Oh.
He wanted to say the interlude.
That's why I tried to.
Yes, because it's a beautiful interlude.
Thank you.
Yes, I think I'm going to start dropping that in maybe in the end of all my songs to let you end of my shows so you guys can just listen. Maybe I should just put it out. Yo, I have so much music I don't put out. Anyway, I don't want to get to talking about too much about me.
But go ahead. Go to you.
What, talk about me?
Well, we could always talk about you.
Okay, anyway, have you heard about the Young Dolph trial?
No, play the clip, because I didn't. The reason why I say it like that is because I didn't hear everything, but I did hear a clip. Can
I do one more thing? Because you're in the chats, thank you. I want to make sure I answer any questions before we jump into Young Dolph. Everything's good? Mm-hmm. Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into Young Dolph. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me go over here because I have Young Dolph's picture here. But every time I pause it, you know what? Let me do this. Okay, I'm on loop. We're gonna just let this run for a little bit. You know what? Let me get the Young Dolph. Okay, if you don't know who Young Dolph is right here, let me just hit pause. Okay, Young Dolph. Young Dolph is a Memphis, Tennessee artist. Very loved. His company was P.O.E, and ultimately there was another company out there that was called what's this called? CMG, right? What's the name though? CMG. I think it's CMG. Whatever it is. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, because I'm nice right now. But they were having this problem, and make a long story short, the big guy down here at the bottom that says Big Juke, he's down there, the bald-headed gentleman, the kind of bald head like me, but he's heavier than me. Him ordered, well, based on what's the word used? Testimony of Cornelius Smith. Things got real. So, matter of fact, you know what? Let's just go ahead and just...
New at 10, day one in the trial of Justin Johnson, the man accused of killing rapper Young Dolph. There were explosive accusations, and pictures of the clothes Dolph wore when he was shot were shown as evidence. Young Dolph was killed outside a cookie shop in South Memphis 3 years ago.
And prosecutors say the rapper's murder was ordered after he wrote lyrics that disrespected someone from another record label. WREG's Brian Ditlake is here with a look at what happened in that courtroom. Brian?
Stephanie, Greg, day one of the Young Dolph murder trial wraps up with prosecutors laying out a motive and the jury hearing from one of the alleged hitmen.
Are these white squares showing where there are holes in the clothing?
Correct. Jurors see a photo of the t-shirt worn by Adolph Thornton Jr., known as Young Dolph, the day he was shot some 20 times. It's taken almost 3 years to bring one of his accused killers, Justin Johnson, to trial.
And within a reasonable degree of medical certainty, did you render an opinion as to the cause of this victim's death?
I did.
But what was the cause of that?
gunshot wounds of the head, torso, and neck.
And prosecutors say Johnson and Cornelia Smith were hired killers, a $100,000 payout set and ordered by a man commonly known as Big Jook from the CMG record label and brother of well-known rapper Yo Gotti. Smith, who said he wanted money to buy drugs and for his daughter's birthday, testified for the prosecution about the deadly deal. He said they knew Dolph would be in town in late November of 2021 for his annual turkey giveaway.
How many times I shot out?
Aiming for Dolph?
I ain't for Dolph.
Was he able to say anything to y'all, or was he able to run or get away at all?
I shot through the glass, so I wasn't close up on him. I was shooting through the glass.
Sure.
I saw him standing by the window. I just got out and started shooting.
Moments after, Smith says he FaceTimed Jook using sign language to tell him young Dolph had been shot. He said Jook told him he was with his kids and would get with them later.
I just wanted my money. I did the job. I just wanted my money.
Smith says he was promised $40,000 for the shooting. He says he received $500. Johnson's lawyer said his client, an aspiring rapper known as Straight Drop, wanted to be part of the CMG record label and is innocent. He places blame on a third defendant charged in Dolph's death, Hernandez Govin. Prosecutors say Govin planned out the hit on young Dolph, originally ordered by Big Jook.
You like to exploit. You like to exploit young rappers. Like Mr. Johnson.
Now, Big Jook was upset.
Hold up, man.
What he said?
As many times as I've listened to this, something just threw me off. He said that Govin was dead. I missed that.
Okay.
I didn't know Govin had got killed. I thought Govin got locked up.
But Govin is the one that they said originated the...
No, okay. So the big guy I showed you in the picture earlier at the bottom, that's Big Jook.
Yes.
Okay, now that's Yo Gotti's big brother,
yes.
who basically started the company. Okay, and you know they're very rich. They got their company, and they were beefing with P.O.E because young Dolph was supposed to sign to them.
And
young Dolph didn't like the deal, and then they went back and forth with some things. But they tried to kill young Dolph. They shot 100 times in his car in Cali. They was trying to kill Dolph. So
he has been had a number in his head?
Yes, he has been shot. They shot 100 rounds in his car.
Was
but his
it
car
the
was
same?
bulletproof.
I haven't been following it, so I'm gonna ask that. Was it the same people?
It was linked to somebody, a shooting. I'm not sure if it was that shooting or another, because he had another shooting. But yes, one of the other artists was linked to that shooting. Again, like I said, it's been a while, so I'm not giving you actual information on who actually did what on that point. But what the facts here is that if you, especially if you're anybody who knows what I'm talking about, they with me. They know this. They understand, especially the kids. They understand that Dolph got killed, and it was Big Jook, who Cornelius and Straight Drop is saying. Well, Straight Drop is saying he didn't do anything, and old boy is saying him and Straight Drop was in the car. Straight Drop is going down. I don't know why he think he's not going down, but he's going down.
But who was the older dude that they just showed? Excuse me, the light skinned dude that they just showed.
The bald head as well.
That's the one that died?
That's Govin. That's why I was confused. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's run that back because I was confused. I didn't realize, and it's just in my ignorance. I knew he had got locked up.
Don't say that, but
it is. It's just ignorance. It's not dumb. It's not stupid. It's just ignorance.
But,
There's nothing wrong with being ignorant. That means you don't know, but you're willing to learn.
Not everybody can accept that word.
Yeah, but I'm a grown ass man, dog. What I look like calling another man delicious.
Hello. What you said? Press play. Oh, okay.
He says he received $500. Johnson's lawyer said his client, an aspiring rapper known as Straight Drop, wanted to be part of the CMG record label and is innocent. He places blame on a third defendant charged in Dolph's death, Hernandez.
He is glitching, but that's what I heard. Okay, so we heard that Straight Drop is just saying that.
Govin. Prosecutors say Govin planned out the hit on young Dolph, originally ordered by wanted to be part of the CMG record label and is innocent. He places blame on a third defendant charged in Dolph's death, Hernandez Govin. Prosecutors say Govin planned out the hit on young Dolph, originally ordered by Big Jook.
You like to exploit.
Let's go back a little bit because I swear he said he was dead.
Able to run or get away at all?
I shot through the glass, so I wasn't close up on him. I was shooting through the glass. I saw him standing by the window. I just got out and started shooting.
Moments after, Smith says he FaceTimed Jook using sign language to tell him young Dolph had been shot. He said Jook told him he was with his kids and would get with them later.
I just wanted my money. I did a job. I just wanted my money.
And Smith says he was promised $40,000 for the shooting. He says he received $500. Johnson's lawyer said his client, an aspiring rapper known as Straight Drop, wanted to be part of the CMG record label and is innocent. He places blame on a third defendant charged in Dolph's death, Hernandez Govin. Prosecutors say Govin planned out the hit on young Dolph, originally ordered by Big Jook.
You like to exploit. You like to exploit young rappers.
Exploit?
Why,
Is that
Mr.
what
Johnson?
No. Oh yeah, that was just the alcohol talking to a nigga.
He said exploited or no?
Huh?
Gabby hole.
It was just the alcohol talking to the nigga. I thought I heard them say that Govin was dead. I'm like, how the hell Govin dead? But either way, how the hell Straight Drop gonna blame it on Govin? That means he's trying to say what? He would have to be saying Govin's in the car.
You took my mouth.
But old boy said, I took your mouth.
Listen, I'm not gonna do that. I said you took my mouth. My mouth.
I don't do P. Diddy.
Said mouse.
Yeah, mouse.
Tú estás bien loose hoy. Said alcohol. Said alcohol hoy.
Thought you said something else. My bad. I just thought you said something else. I was
can't stand him.
It didn't make no sense to me either. That's what I was saying. Like,
He's my mouth.
Oh shit! Why we put him back up there?
Because you did it. Because you did it.
You know just what? Said mouth shit. You right. I put it up there for a reason. I'm sorry. I'm being sarcastic. Hold up. Listen. Okay. Listen. Matter of fact. Listen. Listen to him testify right here. Hold up. Listen.
I'm hearing it.
We knew that, you know, they had heat on Dolph and them head or whatever, so.
Who had a hit on whose head?
Big Jook had a hit on.
I have to come back over here because it's just
How do you know that
Go ahead, do
Big
you
Jook
think?
had a hit on Dolph's head?
Put my chair straight.
Told me about it quick, and you know what I'm saying, being just
How much money was it supposed to be?
$100,000 on Dolph head.
And who had a hit on whose head?
Big Jook had a hit on Dolph head or whatnot, so.
How do you know that Big Jook had a hit on Dolph's head?
I could quit had told me about it quick, and you know what I'm saying, being just
How much money was it supposed to be?
$100,000 on Dolph head.
And had you agreed to do this hit?
Yes, sir.
Had Justin agreed to do this hit?
Yes, sir.
We all going to do it together?
Yeah, they been on it, but.
That's Justin right there.
Was there any arrangements as far as splitting the money or anything?
Cornelius is talking.
Me, him, and me and him supposed to be giving Quid 10,000 apiece.
All right, so you and him are going to give Govan 10,000 apiece?
Yeah.
And how much were you going to get?
I was getting 40, he was getting 40.
Okay.
So you heard that?
He said me and him was supposed to give Govan 10,000
apiece.
each.
So Govan
and then
gets
he said how
$20,000
much
for
he was supposed to keep in what?
Right. So basically, it was a $100,000 deal. Govan gets $20,000 for the brokering deal.
And they get 30.
And they get the $40,000 apiece because it's 100, and they get the 40 and 40 split for the murder.
Between the two of them.
Between Street Drop and Cornelius speaking.
Organized it.
The one who wanted it done was Big Jook.
Mm-hmm.
The one who gave the information to Straight Drop and Cornelius was
allegedly.
Well, as of right now, yeah, allegedly is oh boy, what's his name again?
Govan. So allegedly, Big Jook ordered the hit
for 100,000.
For 100,000, Govan said, "I'm gonna collect it because I can handle it."
I got it.
Govan allegedly told these two mofos to go handle it. Allegedly, these two mofos go handle it and give Govan allegedly out of the 100,000, 30. Am I saying that right?
No.
What? How much?
And this is why special ed didn't teach kids in school.
Bro, don't try to play me.
I'm just saying. Listen. It was 100,000. So that's just say 10. It was 10, and one was going to get 4, and the other was going to get 4, and all that's left is 2, and 2 was going to go to the person who gave them the assignment. So Big Jook put $100,000 on it. Govan told his little youngins, listen, 40,000, y'all getting, it's 50,000 a piece. I get 20 for the deal. Y'all get 40. Y'all get the rest. 40 a piece. Split it. He said he wanted his 40,000. All he got was $500. first of all, for the youngins, these are people with money and didn't get paid. Because if they probably would have got paid his money, he probably wouldn't have told shit. And if you was real smart gangsters, y'all just would have killed both of their little dumbasses. But I'm just saying, like if I was in my old ways.
Allegedly.
I'm not saying allegedly. I'm saying if you told two niggas to go make a kill on that type of high stakes, they killed Dolph. You need this? You want this?
I was looking for my purple one.
I don't know where it's at.
Me neither.
But listen, it's right here. They killed Dolph. Dolph is not no average guy. Dolph took care of the hood. You heard what they said where he was going when they killed him? A turkey drive. He was the one that actually got paid. He started from the bottom, got his money himself, was selling his little weed, doing his little hustle, got rich. But he was the one that always came back to the hood and took care of his side of town.
All the time.
And CMG did what they did on their side of town. But when Dolph was coming up, CMG wanted to sign Dolph. Dolph was with it until he seen the negotiation. And they talking here, take this money, bye-bye. And Dolph knew what he was worth already. So, I mean, at the end, it was just a business deal that went sour. And it got taken to the internet or whatever was happening. And it became this big beef where everybody was so embarrassed that they felt they had to take care of each other. And like I said, you got to remember that Yo Gotti is an artist. And yes, Big Chuck is his brother. So he... In our minds, we're gonna say
he's guilty by association?
I'm not gonna say guilty. I'm gonna say, like, I got a little brother. If I can do anything to put my little brother on him, nah, I'm not saying that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not putting them together. That's why I'm not putting them together. My little brother, my sons, my grandson, my friends. I got a little young nigga wild right now. But if I get it, if we can make a move and we get it popping, and I put them on, they gonna forever love me, right? So, I mean, this whole situation is about fucking. One tried the little nigga a big nigga, and unfortunately for Dolph, he knew he had life on his head, and he was wild like a lot of these young boys I know, and didn't care, or he cared, but he wasn't. He just didn't believe that when he went to Michaela's, it was gonna happen. And yeah, especially if you got your car shot up 100 times, 100 bullets in your van, bro, in your truck. And you survive because it's bulletproof. So you basically laughing at their asses while they shooting. But you go back home, I don't know, man. Listen, if they would have paid them little young boys, they might not have did nothing. But in my brain, I'm saying, if you sent these little two young boys to go do something at this high stakes,
if they would have paid them little young boys, they would have never missed the first time.
I would have killed their little asses after they did it. When they came to collect the money, we'd have killed their ass. Because this is why everybody in jail. And I'm just telling you how the game actually go, not what TV tell you. But I've been on that dark side.
But okay. What else you got?
Oh, it was deep. Was that too dark?
Very.
Okay, well, let's do this. Have you heard... Matter of fact, let me change the music. I'm going back to formal talk. Are you okay?
Yeah,
You look shocked. What is on your...
Go ahead. NYPD releases body cam video of subway shooting.
We need with the world. We all want to know, what's up, Storm? What you thinking about? Yo, your word is golden here. What's up?
I will forever exercise my right to plead the fifth. And NYPD, they released some body cam video of a subway shooting.
Do you know anything about this?
I have no idea.
Okay, there was
I
a
did
subway
hear
shooting
something like, yo, New York, another subway, you know what I mean? Like another at the, not shooting, I'm sorry. Like something else happened on the subway. Yeah, I didn't know it was a shooting.
Well, you probably have a little bit of the story because that's actually what I was supposed to do last week when we started doing the show, and I just didn't even step onto this one about the subway shoot. Actually, shout out to Flashback because he asked, he was like, yo, what happened? But the reason why I'm playing this today, and I'm gonna give you a catch up, was basically there was a black man. I don't know what he was as far as, he just was a dark skinned nigga like me. He jumped the gate because at this point, he was African, he was Haitian, all that shit. I don't care about none of that. He jumped the gate. The cops went behind him. He had a knife, pulled a little Walmart knife out, a little Target knife out, a little something dumbed out, whatever. He wasn't charging him at first, but he was just like, yo, leave me alone. But they like, yo, nigga, you ain't gonna jump this shit in our face and think you gonna just get it off. It was two white boys chilling. They New Yorkers though. They like, nigga, you ain't gonna we sitting right here. You jumped it dead in our face. We gotta get you, homie. You ain't even try to do it while we wasn't turned. Like the cameras just see you. So they went behind him. I don't think they did anything. I didn't think that their intentions with the shit to kill him was it, but he's dead. And we're gonna get to it. Let's go.
And we begin
See, it's YouTube. It's not me. It's YouTube.
That newly released body cam of the moments NYPD officers fired shots on a subway platform. It happened in Brownsville, Brooklyn, Sunday. 2 innocent bystanders were shot. One is still fighting for his life. Ali Bauman spoke to a family member who's expressing their anger tonight.
The family of that 49-year-old innocent bystander says that he is fighting for his life in the hospital right now. They say that this video shows that officers acted recklessly and this shooting never needed to happen. Just released surveillance and body camera footage give multiple angles of the police shooting from Sunday afternoon at the Sutter Avenue subway station. The video shows 38-year-old Darrell Mickles first jumping the turnstile, then following police orders to leave. The video highlights Mickles holding an open knife by his side as he does so. He returns about 10 minutes later and enters through the emergency door. Officers follow him to the platform where they direct him to drop the knife as he hides his hands behind his back and boards the L train. Police follow him on the car and continue to order him to put down the knife. They deploy a taser, which does not appear to work, and at the time, Mickles can be seen holding the knife again. He runs on the platform. Officers follow, and both officers fire their guns, shooting Mickles. In their pursuit, one officer also shot the other officer, and they shot a 26-year-old woman, both of whom have been released from the hospital. Police also shot 49-year-old Gregory Dolph in the head as he was on his way to work.
My cousin's fighting for his life every day from Sunday. A gunshot wound to the head. Like, you know, make it make sense. You decided to open fire on someone that just didn't even lunge at you.
Dolph is in critical condition at the hospital. The suspect, Mickles, was arraigned from his hospital bed earlier today on charges of attempted assault and criminal possession of a weapon. His attorney says that he maintains his innocence. From Brownsville, Brooklyn.
Damn is all I gotta say. And listen, I gotta continue to say damn because, bro, the last clip that I just seen of that video, let it go. The last clip I seen of that video, all right, this here, when she said, yo, my cousin is fighting for his life. My cousin is fighting for his life right now. And I understand why. You see the first cop. This is the video that we see. His arm right here. Man right here. Not even gun, I almost said gun. Knife right here. Second officer right there. When that cop went to go shoot, that cop shot again. This cop here, shot him. He missed this mofo, shot him, innocent bystander, in the head, and then shot again and finally hit him. But they still hit somebody else in between that. The fuck are y'all doing?
Oh, shit.
Y'all brought it up out of me.
Hey, listen,
because let me tell you something. My Dukes is down in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Visiting BDP. And my Dukes was at the gun range. And for someone who don't shoot, my Dukes would shoot better than that shit.
Listen.
My Dukes don't shoot.
So listen.
The fuck?
Now, first of all, look at the angle of both of them shooting. Now you saying the cop got shot?
Listen, they said, and we could play the video back.
This is Tuesday.
Let me just say it again.
Go ahead, say your thing.
The cop, hold it right there.
Okay.
That's the dude right there.
Yes.
Knife.
Yes.
Dude, knife in hand. This cop shot. Missed him, shot somebody inside. Mm-hmm. He hears the gun go off. He shoots, hits him. They both shoot again. He hits him, and he finally hits him. The fuckity fuck? I'm entitled to a lot of fucks right now.
Listen,
that was a lot of fucking happening in
it's $2.
5 seconds.
It's already $7.54.
I know, but
we can take what we want.
That's a lot of fuckery happening in not. I said 2.5 seconds because that's like a saying to go to, like 2.5 seconds it happened. No, this shit happened in 0.5 seconds.
Yes.
And 4 people are down, like, I'm all shot. And you're like, how? 2 of y'all are cops.
You know what they need? You know what they need to hire for police officers? Puerto Ricans, niggas, Dominicans. Everything will come.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Because we see a knife, we not ducking.
Bro, you like, approaching that. You about to punch him in the face or something? You're not going to do nothing with.
Look, listen, cops come with knife vests, stun guns, handcuffs.
But what did you say?
Mace.
He jumped the what in front of them?
All he did was he jumped. No, I'm not gonna say all he did because we have to speak for those who follow the law. And I said it the first time. He jumped it dead in front of the police officers, both of them.
All right.
So I'm saying.
Can we just play it back?
Yeah, go ahead.
We need, for everybody who has not been watching, because we're gonna keep talking about it. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You do it. You seen where I went. Play it back.
Yeah, hold on. You just brung this dumb screener, so we have to wait a little bit.
There.
It's cool. I know. It's not you.
It's lagging.
No, it's because we're going live on two. We're going live on two channels. I really want to go to YouTube and go back to YouTube with the lives, but I can't get rid of this screen right now. I can't. It's not going anywhere.
Flashback. That's my point, and that's why I want to play it again because right what you just said, flashback is my point. Go ahead, do it again.
Let me find the video. Okay. Just play it from the beginning. All right, let's go.
But make it the big
cam
screen
of the
so they can
moments
see it.
NYPD officers fired shots on a subway platform. It happened in Brownsville, Brooklyn, Sunday. 2 innocent bystanders were shot. One is still...
Time out for a minute. For some reason or whatever just happened, it's gone for you guys.
No, you just got to pull your screen up a little.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what I got to do. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, there we go. Ooh, you ain't that smart, but you smart. You smart though.
He about to say I'm a
begin with
girl.
a newly released body cam of the moments NYPD officers fired shots on a subway platform. It happened in Brownsville, Brooklyn, Sunday. 2 innocent bystanders were shot. One is still fighting for his life. Ali Bauman spoke to a family member who's expressing their anger tonight.
The family of that 49-year-old innocent bystander says that he is fighting for his life in the hospital right now. They say that this video shows that officers acted recklessly and this shooting never needed to happen. Just released surveillance and body camera footage give multiple angles of the police shooting from Sunday afternoon at the Sutter Avenue subway station. The video shows 38-year-old Darrell Mickles first jumping the turnstile, then following police officers' orders to leave. The video highlights Mickles holding an open knife by his side as he does so. He returns about 10 minutes later and enters through the emergency door. Officers follow him to the platform where they direct him to drop the knife as he hides his hands behind his back and boards the L train. Police follow him on the car and continue to order him to put down the knife. They deploy a taser, which does not appear to work, and at the time, Mickles can be seen holding the knife again. He runs on the platform. Officers follow, and both officers fire their guns, shooting Mickles. In their pursuit, one officer also shot the other officer, and they shot a 26-year-old woman, both of whom have been released from the hospital.
But right there is what police also shot. And that's what they were trying to say is him, who was just an innocent bystander who was standing right next to them.
Yeah, he was or saying that. Either way, I get what
in the head. He on to work.
But he's the one that got shot in his head.
No. What is this conversation about again? What's your point again?
My point is,
I don't know. I'm just
like you said.
Yeah.
They were trying to make a point because he jumped the death in front of them.
Right.
He came back 10 minutes later with a knife. Drop your shit. Drop your shit. They're both on opposing sides.
Right.
You already know you ain't supposed to be like that.
Right.
In the midst of y'all being law enforcement officers on opposing sides with your guns pointed at the fuck each other.
This shit dumb.
What did you think was gonna happen? Bing! Once you guys shot both of y'all guns because Scary shot Scary and Scarier shot Scariest.
So 4 people got shot.
Bystanders.
Two bystanders.
3 people. Listen, 4 people got shot. Right. I'm serious. I'm sorry. 4 people.
2 bystanders. The cop.
2 bystanders. One of the fucking cops and the guy. But one of the bystanders got shot in the fucking head. You didn't even shoot the one that was doing the fuck shit in the head. You shot the bystander in the head.
The fuck shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you said I could drop the F-bomb.
I mean, it's hard, but you don't have to drop it all the time. But yeah, drop it. I mean,
Sorry.
They don't trip on us now.
That is crazy.
We did it right correctly long enough for them.
From the distance showed their fear of a black man. That's what your dad said.
Black man with a knife.
From their distance showed their fear of a black man.
Am I bugging though? Did I not? Okay, see, I seen him pull out I've seen the one guy pull out his electric taser.
Let me finish.
Then he pulled out his gun.
I can't lie because we had to watch it again for me to say that.
Okay.
Flashback also said, shut up. It's a lot.
Let him say it.
Sad to say, when they told him to drop it, the problem is he should have never made it on the train and it showed their fear.
I can't say that because they let the guy get on the train, then they got him out the train, and then they got him out the building, and then he came back.
10 minutes later with the knife shown. So they probably were approaching with caution.
Right,
and it
because he
probably
came back.
transpired, yes. And it probably transpired within you have to understand, we see it within a matter of 30 seconds, and that's probably how fast it happened to them. Them not even saying, yo, we're on opposite sides, like, yo, take cover over here. The train was probably getting ready to take off. They didn't want him to hop on
The
it.
cops are pussy. They're pussy.
But at the end of the day, it wasn't the right decisions made.
They're pussy.
And because of that, you have an innocent woman shot, another officer shot, and a man innocent shot in his head. As well as the perpetrator. But he's not shot in his head. He's probably going to be all right and released tomorrow.
So,
or not released, but in jail tomorrow. You understand what I'm saying? Where you got another dude still shot in his head, and he probably was only on his way to work.
That was the point. That's what they're saying. Like, yo, listen, like, yo, he had a knife. You niggas is cops. Like,
and y'all did that because he had a knife?
Listen, I'm a regular street guy.
Grab your toto. Do you still have one?
You pull that out. If you pull that out on me, and I'm not the toughest guy on the planet, but if you pull that out on me, I don't feel the need to pull out a gun on you. And if I do pull out my gun, I'm gonna pull out my billy club because I'm about to beat your ass because I got about another 6 inches on whipping your ass. I would have Rodney King the shit out of him. I wouldn't have pulled my gun out. But this is what they are being trained to do.
Listen, some people would have Rodney Kinged him. Some people would have Captain Hooked him. At the end of the day, they would have did what they had to do.
Captain Hook him? Don't do that. Don't do that. Again, okay. But they would have beat him up, and you know exactly what you did. And I had to address it. What I'm saying, though, is I agree with you. They were just dickheads. They were just dumb. They were dumb. I'm not even going to push it no more because you understand that they're dumb. We all know that they're dumb. They need to be sued. And I said this earlier. If you want the police department to be better, take off of the immunity. Take immunity off of police officers when they do dumb shit. Take it off.
So when your leader's a fuckboy, you shouldn't listen to him, right?
Huh?
When your leader's a fuckboy, you shouldn't listen to him.
What do you mean?
When they do dumb shit.
Well, you gotta get. Listen, what most of us know about the Blue Show because it's been articulated to us throughout from them speaking and how they get mad at people who snitch on them doing wrong, how people who tell because they're like, I'm not with this. We understand that they're humans just like us, like any other business, and you got kiss asses, you got people who abuse their positions, you have all that. Every cop isn't a bad cop. That's a fact.
Okay.
Every cop is not a bad cop. That's a fact. Every cop is not a bad cop. As soon as we start doing that, it's saying every black man is a fucking nigga. Every black man is a criminal. And that's the same mentality.
Flashback said, there was people on the train is the reason why he shouldn't have made it on the train. Now people were shot and killed.
No, listen, as far as what their procedures was of how it went and when again, you just said we just watched a minute and 17 seconds of what happened. I'm not saying that what Flashback just said was wrong at all. I just don't know the timestamp to make that a such assessment to not know what actually happened in real time. But what I will say in real time is to shoot that man because he had that low ass knife on him, and you guys come with knife protectors. You guys come with all of this equipment y'all walk around with all day long. You got 1,000 things on your body to look cool. Like rappers want to wear the tight jeans and the hats. Y'all want to put all the police gear on like your Charleston White be doing to prove a point. Y'all want to look like y'all affiliating and taking something, but y'all pussy.
What happened? This is what I took.
Y'all pussy.
Yeah, I put some on here. I put some on this.
I done been in mad different situations like anybody else that's actually in the streets. Because a lot of people say they in the streets and they don't be. They might hustle drugs.
No, a lot of people say that they're in the streets,
but the ones that's
don't
action,
be in the streets.
Yeah, they're not action.
Industries.
They be
for the industry.
You know what? Yeah.
You like that? Why you like that?
Shit.
That was good.
Saying, that's the old saying. But yes, I like it. But I'm gonna flip it though. The industry, the streets, how you were saying this, all like music industry and in the streets, how they use it. I want to say that these kids are still in the music industry while they're in the streets. They're pretending.
Hello?
It might be the same thing.
¿Qué tú me dijiste? Eso que ella dijo. Okay, claro que sí. Okay.
So
understand we are both Geminis.
We're agreeing.
And that was our polar opposites agreeing with each other.
We were agreeing. See? Listen.
Our polar opposites finally agreed. That's why I had to call her like, hello, you hear that? He said, yeah, okay.
Janet Jackson.
That was good.
No, I'm going to Janet Jackson.
That was good though.
It was. You liked it?
Bye. That was good.
Okay, I'm just saying. Okay.
That was good.
Have you heard about Janet Jackson's claims that the little comment she made about Kamala Harris?
No, tell me what she
said
doesn't
that
want me to.
she wasn't black or whatever.
No.
And okay. You know what?
That was good too.
No, it was. Here, you know what? Take this cup, fill it up.
And fill it up.
Yeah. So okay.
Espérate.
Okay. Let me see something else. Matter of fact, let's go ahead.
Aquí me dio latte.
Let's go ahead and play because what we're going to jump into right now is if you haven't been paying attention or it hasn't come across your algorithm or whatever the situation may be, what we have for you is that Janet Jackson recently said that Kamala Harris isn't black. And yes.
Janet said that?
Yeah, Janet said that.
Nah, I need to see like quotations.
Well, this is not actually new. This is Tuesday. It's actually happened beforehand, so I'm just going to get to the new news. But I wanted to bring everybody up to speed.
I didn't know she said that.
Yeah, she said that. And make a long story short, her publicist chose to recant her statement.
Okay.
And say that, basically whatever. We'll play it. But she said, "Nigga, you fired."
Well,
I ain't
this is
tell you to
very
change my
interesting.
shit.
Go ahead.
So let's
play
go.
it.
Janet Jackson's rep shut down an apology issued on her behalf after she mistakenly claims Vice President Kamala Harris is not black. In an interview with The Guardian, a reporter brought up the U.S. election, saying to Janet that Kamala Harris could be the first black female president of the United States, to which Ms. Jackson replied, "She's not black, that's what I heard, that she's Indian." Continuing, her father's white, that's what I was told. I mean, I haven't watched the news in a few days. I was told that they discovered her father was white. She didn't let the reporter know where she heard this false information, but did say about the election, either way it goes, it's going to be mayhem. After that interview, a man named El Masri issued an apology on her behalf, saying her comments on the vice president were based on misinformation. Janet then and told People Mag that Els Masri is not Janet's manager, nor is he affiliated with her camp. The rep says Randy Jackson is Janet's manager. Els Masri spoke to Variety saying, "I no longer work for her. I was fired by Janet and Randy after attempts to improve her image in front of public opinion and her fans. And this is something I do not deserve." But sources
See that?
Ooh, yes, I did.
What
And he
happened?
said
Okay.
it's something that he don't deserve. You know why? Because I had to charge my phone.
Who said he doesn't deserve it?
Talk shit.
Who said he doesn't deserve it?
Janet's publicist said he doesn't deserve to be fired
Yeah, he said
and be
that.
treated that way because he was only trying to protect her image. But Janet said, however, that's not what
I meant
that's
what I
not how I
said.
feel. I said something, but I don't feel like that. That's like me saying I'm cold right now and I'm shivering, but I'm sweating. So give me a blanket.
Okay, now
You
check
don't
this
mean
out.
that.
Now this was just yesterday. This was a day ago, 2 days ago, about now. Okay, this all this she that her recant. I mean, not her recant, but her firing of him and this being news. But this has been a couple days by now that she said that.
How long he worked for her?
I don't really know how long he worked for her. At this point, he's gay.
Ya tú sabes, mami. Te quiero, papi.
I bet you if we come out later on, he's homosexual. But she said, no, I didn't give you permission to take nothing down. And she stood on, let's get to the point is, Janet Jackson stood 10 toes down on
Meaning
what she
she
said.
stood on what she said.
She said, it just recently that her father is white, went through whatever she said, right? But you know who I got better to bring this information to you? The person who actually pretty much sparked a lot of this, Candace Owens.
Apple?
Now I've already put it to a little bit of the middle of it, and let's go to it again.
I love her.
This is
But go ahead.
just maybe to piss off my Democrats. I don't know. I just thought this was funny, and at the same time, we really don't know. But let's go. Let me cut this off. Beat stop. Beat.
Me?
Beat
No.
stop.
Ever? No.
Beat stop. Beat stop.
And the person that has
Beat
been
stop.
in these extreme knowledge. So I decided to
Beat
simply
stop.
look into her genealogy because why on earth is
You're
the world
welcome.
trying to convince
Again.
me that this woman is suddenly black? Like they just decided she was because she's
Let me come back over here because every time we seem to go to the full screen, it does a bunch of.
running.
So let's wait for it.
And because there is evidence, it is true, that her father grew up in Jamaica. Your race does not magically change because of where you grow up, okay? If I grow up in Sweden, I don't get to suddenly say I'm white, okay? And what I discovered was quite startling. Now, I'll ask you, when did you first get the idea that Kamala was black? Well, you'll say, yeah, when she kind of started running with Joe Biden. And that claim really came from Kamala herself. When they say a picture is worth 1,000, they understood that Kamala Harris published a book in 2019 called The Truth That We Hold. And presumably the book was filled with truth that she was holding. I had a look through it. And I saw this picture of her and her grandmother, clearly a black-looking grandmother, on page 282 in the photograph section. It reads, as you can see, visiting my paternal grandmother, Beryl, in Jamaica. Also on that same page, there's another photo of her. Again, you can see it's black and white. I'm not quite sure why it is black and white, but it says, when I was 10 months old, I visited Spanish Town, Jamaica. This is me with my mother and my paternal grandfather, Oscar Joseph. And now this guy looks mixed. He looks Asian of some description, but you can see the idea here is that she's definitely trying to introduce, in a manner of photos, things that make her race look more complicated. So I just decided to investigate that, and immediately things got weird, very weird. First and foremost, because it was very easy for me to determine via just a light search online that Beryl, her alleged paternal grandmother that you just saw, died 4 years before Kamala was born in 1960. So last night we decided to continue our research to see if we could find birth certificates and marriage certificates and death certificates, which could further signify those points, and indeed it did. And it also raised even more questions about her genealogy. So let's go through those. Here is the birth certificate for her paternal grandmother. This is Kamala's paternal grandmother, Beryl. Okay, now you can see on this birth certificate that Beryl is spelled with an I. It's Beryl Magdalene. And you can see the reason why we know this is the correct Beryl is because the mother is listed as Iris Finnegan. Later on, we're going to show you in the book, she names Iris Finnegan as her great-grandmother. So that would be Beryl's mother. So we have the right woman. Also, formerly, her maiden name is Allen. That is true. It also says here that she's born in October of 1917 in St. Anne. That's the St. Anne parish of Jamaica. And again, you can see it is signed by Iris Finnegan. Very clearly, this is the woman that we are looking for. This is Kamala's grandmother, alleged grandmother, Beryl. It's also interesting, by the way, that it lists her great-grandmother as a seamstress.
I love Candace. I love her face.
Donald Harris, Kamala's father, wrote in a 2020 piece called Reflections of a Jamaican Father, quote, Miss Iris, that again would be his grandmother, was the mother of 8 children, too, was the sweetest and gentlest person one could meet, but underneath it was a tough farming woman who ran the cane farm at Thatch Walk, near Annan Town, jointly owned with her husband, Mr. Christie. Okay, that's weird. So you're telling me that she ran a farm because on that birth certificate it says that actually Iris was a seamstress, but whatever. Let's just park that aside for a second and stick with Beryl, this woman who died before Kamala was born, okay? Because I was feeling pretty certain that not too many people were going to be named Beryl and be born in the St. Anne parish of Jamaica in 1917 to a mother named Iris Finnegan. I felt confident that we could find a little bit more data, and in fact, we did, okay? First, we stumbled across Beryl's marriage certificate, okay? So you can see that right here, and now the name spelling has changed. You have Beryl Finnegan spelled with a Y in the same way that Kamala spells it, and it lists their married date as 1944. Again, you can see the parish that is listed is St. Anne Parish. This is where every piece of Beryl's life seems to take place. It reads here that her calling is a barmaid. And something that jumped out at me was the fact that she's married to someone, as you can see, named Lawford Newland. Okay, so Beryl apparently was married more than once because Lawford Newland is not Donald Harris's father, but Beryl is his mother. So just to be clear, Again, it says that she married a guy named Lawford Newland in 1944 when she was 25 years old, okay? It's important to note that that would have been 4 years after she gave birth to Donald Harris, Kamala's father. I find that to be very strange. Also, regarding Kamala's father, we cannot seem to locate, regarding Lawland Newland, the person that she married, we can't find him. Can't find him anywhere. We cannot find a birth certificate. We cannot find a death certificate. We can't find a news item or otherwise. I cannot find this alleged Lawford Newland that apparently her grandma got married to. We also can't find a wedding certificate for Beryl and Oscar Wilde Joseph Brown Harris. That is allegedly supposed to be Donald Harris's father. Okay, so Kamala's grandfather is Oscar Wilde Joseph Brown Harris, and we can't find a marriage certificate between the two of them. That's very strange. As speculated, we were able to confirm that Kamala's Black grandmother that she showed us in that picture died in 1960, before Kamala was born. I can show you right now her death certificate. Let's take a look at Beryl's death certificate, which confirms. As you can see there, it says that she died in July of 1960. It also tells us on the right-hand side of a uterine infection, uterine fibroid, do a hysterectomy. It has 39 years. That's actually a couple of years off from 1917, so somebody may have gotten their math wrong here. But you once again see that it lists her birthplace as St. Anne. And so this is a huge scandal.
So listen, shout out to Flashback, because Flashback also, he's been commenting, and he said he didn't say that they had to shoot him or say incorrect training. He should have never made it to the train and never this in the safety of the public or the people.
Makes sense.
He should have just took a hostage or just started stabbing people. I'm just saying. But Flashback said. So he also says, sorry, the last news videos pissed him off. Okay.
Well, Flash, we're on Candace
But he
Owens.
also said,
he's got more.
I'm catching it up.
Yeah, okay. Hey, say that. Hey,
did you see the fake video of Diddy and Harris together?
Yes.
And Harris does dress like a sister.
I don't even know what that means, but yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no, I know what he means. I know what
But
he means.
in reference to Candace Owens.
Yes.
And her saying Kamala lied about her black heritage. The only thing I can say in defense to that is maybe that's the information she was given at the time of her I don't want to say maybe, I don't know if I can say at the memoir is the correct word to say for the book that she had put out.
Memoir?
Right? Yeah.
A memoir? You can say that if you want. I don't know if it was
like
a memoir.
Of her, you know what I mean? Like the book that Candace is referencing. Maybe in her life of growing up, maybe that's just what she was told, and she never did her due diligence to find out was that her actual history. Because that's like me telling
the black woman that she said that was her grandmother.
Escúchame. That's like me. That's like me telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, I don't remember meeting my grandpa because he passed away when I was like 2.
Mm-hmm.
I was still a baby, but I have pictures of me and him together.
Mm-hmm.
That's like me saying, that's my grandpa because that's what mommy told me. That's her dad.
Mm-hmm.
And years later, somebody saying, Jules, there's no way that's you in the picture with him because he died 5 years before you were born. So in my mind, I could be saying, that's
Trump mistake. You're saying a Trump mistake.
That's my cousin?
You're saying a Trump mistake.
It could have been.
Half truth, half not truth.
It could have been. It's a truth,
but
I
think you must.
Her at the.
I'm explaining to you right now. Maybe you must have missed the taller Kamala Harris standing next to her grandmother with the bamboo earrings and the little chain on with the little hairstyle. Looked like it was from the 80s. That flashback said she looked like she was black.
Okay.
Well, how could her grandmother be standing next to her if her grandmother died 4 years before she was even born?
That's not the picture she said is her grandma?
the picture that she said was her great grandmom was the picture. Here, I'm not gonna go back right now because they're gonna pull it up again.
No, you can do the pictures.
No,
you don't have to play it, but you
I
can
gotta find it though. I have to go through and find it. But
it's that one.
Yeah, this one. But now I can't find where I was just at.
But that's the same grandmom she was saying from when she was here.
Excuse me? Or have you not been listening to what Candace said? Or have you not been listening?
I just have my right to plead the fifth to alcohol.
I think you've been drinking.
I just said to alcohol.
So what I'm going to do is don't touch anything. No. You don't know what's going on. So therefore, we're going to go with the crowd that does.
44 when she was 25 years old. Okay? It's important to note that that would have been 4 years after she gave birth. Father. I find it to be very strange. Also, regarding Kamala's father, we cannot seem to locate, regarding Lawland Newland, the person that she married, we can't find him. Can't find him anywhere. We cannot find a birth certificate. We cannot find a death certificate. We can't find a news item or otherwise. I cannot find this alleged Lawford Newland that apparently her grandma got married to. We also can't find a wedding certificate for Beryl and Oscar Wilde Joseph Brown Harris. That is allegedly supposed to be Donald Harris's father. Okay, so Kamala's grandfather is Oscar Wilde Joseph Brown Harris, and we can't find a marriage or two of them. That's very strange. As speculated, we were able to confirm that Kamala's Black grandmother that she showed us in that picture died in 1960, before Kamala was born. I can show you right now her death certificate. Let's take a look at Beryl's death certificate, which confirms. As you can see there, it says that she died in July of 1960. It also tells us on the right-hand side, you guys will probably have to zoom in on this, but she died of a uterine infection, uterine fibroids due to a hysterectomy. It has her listed as 39 years. That's actually a couple of years off from 1917, so somebody may have gotten their math wrong here. But you once again see that it lists her birthplace as St. Anne. And so this is a huge scandal. Just an absolutely huge scandal. Kamala Harris published in her book that she was standing next to her grandma Beryl. But Grandma Beryl died in 1960, 4 years before Kamala Harris was born. So who the hell is the real Beryl?
Because that ain't her grandmother.
Who is that woman standing next to Kamala Harris? And do you know what I noticed about that woman standing next to her? She looks a lot like the woman that Kamala claims in her book is her great-grandmother, Iris. Now, that's Iris Finnegan. Here's the book with my great-grandmother, Iris Finnegan in Jamaica. Now, I'm going to give you the side-by-side of Iris and her alleged daughter, Beryl, who died at 39. Now, that woman on the right is not 39 years old. She's clearly much more advanced in her age. I mean, we know black don't crack. I mean, that's just a scientific fact. So I would put that woman on the right-hand side, who she tried to pass off as Beryl, and I think is the exact same person. I would say that that woman looks to be about 65. And then it looks like she's more advanced on the left-hand side. The great-grandmother, that's the same person. When I just believe my own eyes, we're looking at the same person. What do you guys think when you look at those photos? How the hell does a person who is the vice president of the United States pass off a book, claim that these people that are in her book are black relatives, and nobody bats an eyelash or even a peripheral search to recognize that the woman that she put forth is implausibly her grandmother? And by the way, I'm going to say this and people can be offended, but the first thing that I thought when I saw the photo of her sitting on her great-grandmother's lap was that this doesn't look like a grandparent affection going on here. Like, this woman looks like she could be working for the family. Quite literally, I thought to myself, this woman looks like she could be the help. And I thought that because there's a lack of
look whiter than the other white.
You know what I mean?
She says she looked like she could be the help.
Or like the picture maybe just doesn't go together.
Okay.
Like she doesn't look like she's affectionately holding this child.
Based on what Candace is saying.
No.
And it's just a picture. A picture could. No, but I'm saying a picture. The kid can move. That can be you know how we take pictures. Now it's old. I don't know how many pictures they had back then. If it was the flash bulb, ping. I can maybe say, hey, okay, hold up. But clearly, this is the picture taken. I'm not one to get into if it was affection or not, because every grandparent doesn't
exactly.
have that
Not
type
every
of affection.
grandparent has every affection for every grandchild.
But I think the conversation that she's making, and this is her research, so this is not mine. This is just we talking about it because it's news. The lady, she did the research. We did the research, and I had a different quarrel because I was like, damn, the pictures I seen didn't match up to what we seen, and then we had the thing with Reese. We went back, and now she's dug and did more research and things. I didn't do the birth certificates and all that. It didn't matter to me really, but I see where she's trying to make a point that there is a story of brewing around here. But she's saying that this lady and the other lady is two different grandmothers. If this is Iris and then the other one is Beryl, but they look like the same person. Still, I don't get what she's saying. But let's go ahead and keep listening. Let's go.
There's no, like, in both of the photos, there's a lack of affection. It's just like a woman standing next to her. And I obviously know that that was a circumstance. When you're talking a family that had a ton of plantations, which is the reality. She descends from Irish slavers. That is a fact that Kamala Harris cannot deny. She descends from wealthy Irish slavers who virtually they did own the town. They named the town. It was Hamilton Town, then it was Brownstown in Jamaica. He had over 1,000.
Yeah, that part is true, but
all right.
Her storyline.
I just want to acknowledge this before it gets lost in translation.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so Flashback said, sorry, because I hear myself twice. Flashback said, I can't find my baby picture. Never seen one. Was I born? How many kids was told their mother was their sister? Mind your business. Now, I will say this. And it was a question that was given to me by none other than my beautiful child. But it wasn't a question like that. He seen something and he was like, ha, 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 funny. And it was, you've been told you're your mother's first child, but have you really seen a picture of your mom pregnant with you? And when he sent it to me, he was like, haha, but really? And I was like,
I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna stop right here on Candace real fast, and I'm gonna play this for y'all so that way, if you think I don't comprehend what you're saying.
When I was 16 Audrey, when I was 16 years old, your grandmother took you from me and gave you to Angela. And you know what they did? They shipped me off. And they would never let me come back because, oh no, if Tony come back, she's going to tell Audrey, I'm your real mother, okay? All these years, don't sister me. My real mother. Reverend, you keep it secret. But an omission is a lie as well. You're in on this. I'm not doing this no more, okay? You're my daughter. You're my real daughter. I'm adopted. You're my real daughter, Angela. Right now? You want to do my real daughter. Angela was just there to take care of you. They took you from me when I was 16.
Oh, you
16 years old.
You guys knew about this?
All of them, and they kept me from you. We are not going to do this here. We are not going to do this here. None of my sisters. Oh, yes, we are. No, where we going to tell her? Oh, baby, I don't care. Oh, baby, you got your shoes? You know you got a
Okay, based off of that though, I think you get the point that my basic point was letting you know, like, yeah, before we, let me stop this.
I can't even tell you what my point was anymore because I don't fucking remember. But my point was not that at all. My point was simply like, he was like, Mom, I never seen no pictures, da-da-da. And I was like, hold on, I got pictures of you. It just like nowadays, pictures and videos are more like the thing to do. Where when I was pregnant with you and I had you, yeah, I took a couple pictures, but it wasn't like the thing to do. It wasn't like broadcasted. I didn't like broadcast it everywhere. But I got them shits like, and then he was like, oh yeah, damn. I was like, yeah, bitch, you gave me all my stretch marks and shit.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Of course, why not?
What does that have to do with the fact that she is using the same picture in her book? She didn't have, if that was the case, she didn't have to lie in her book then. If she's lying, if she didn't know how if she didn't know, then we're going off the fact that she didn't know. She had to have more pictures than just the 2 that we're looking at. That's her family that she was with. She was around. She don't know if Iris and Beryl are the same person. She don't know that. Or we don't know that. Remember, our first research showed that about the Finnegan and the white guy and all this type of stuff and how he ran the town. It was from one town to Brown Town, and everything she said was something that we did earlier. And I'm not saying that any of this is true. What I'm saying is, no matter what we do in life, we have to give objective thought to it. As soon as we start putting our emotions that it can't be, it can't be. I ain't saying it is. I'm saying let's research it. That's all I'm saying. And because I actually did a little bit of this research, and then she's going and digging in, I haven't even got to the end of the video yet.
Keep
but
going.
I'm just saying,
what does it say?
What I'm trying to say is, if you automatically found yourself defending, arguing, or making a point, my only question is, why? You know her? You know Trump? You know Kennedy? You know Pelosi? Do you know any of these people?
Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. I was just giving mine.
No, not you, because I'm talking.
You did, because I gave mine.
No, you gave me theirs. You didn't give me yours yet. If you gave me a little bit of yours, it didn't matter because you gave me his. And I'm speaking on what he said. So you were going into what? Because you didn't get to finish yours. Because I played the video to let you know I understood this already. I had this prepared. That I understand that people can lie and not tell the truth. So once I want you to know that before you started speaking, because flashback said something that triggered. So now that you know that I understand this and play the video for you.
3 times in the building. What if it's just edited errors?
Edited errors for who? Candace, Kamala, who are we talking about? Because if we can't just have the discussion.
Can you elaborate more in what your comment was about?
Who,
so
me?
That way we can.
Mo. Yeah, I don't know, because we're having two. We're having.
I was talking to the audience.
Parallel.
Make sure that you comment, because you said, what if it's just edited errors?
You can call in too. I'm on charge. If he wants to call, just call my regular number. I ain't doing none of that other stuff but regular numbers.
Call in. You already know the phone number.
But listen, but without even going into all that, my thing is, it's not about whether it's true or not. My thing is about the fact that I don't know if any of this is true or not. And when I sit around people who grew up with me, never been and hung with none of these people, and their emotions are so attached to it, that's my only problem. Don't have your emotions attached to politics. It's not real. You're falling in love with a soap opera. Fall in love with the topics, fall in love with the policies for real, and not the soap opera. Because I'm not speaking about all my peoples that I know, but you know how many times that I come across people who just telling me to vote because she's the better way. And I'm going, he's an asshole, she's a liar. Whose policies are better? And I'm still searching, so I can't even give. If you ask me what I thought right now, it would be different than what I told you yesterday, because I'm constantly researching. I don't know everything. What I knew today is not what I knew yesterday. But I don't want to do that. What I'm saying is, I'm using this as a topical orange of a good conversation. I want to know, why do people get so emotionally attached to the conversation? Is it because she's black? Because what Candace is doing and what a lot of people are doing, that's why my brother Janet Jackson thing is, we don't know what's really happening on behind the scenes. We didn't know what P. Diddy and who he was sleeping with,
allegedly,
who he was having sex with.
Allegedly.
We didn't know about all of this stuff. This is the year 2024. Isn't that what Cat Williams said? A lot of truths are gonna be coming out. So some of your biggest idols are gonna be fuckboys. Some of your favorite girls, some of them all, are going to be pimps and prostitutes. Doesn't that wake you up to realize that you don't need to be caring about what people pretend to be in social media and understand what the consciousness of it all? Vote for your policy that demands you, and not because you like the person that's talking. Because either way, the people behind the scenes are running shit. So I just want to make that point clear. But let's go ahead and finish out Candace's little thing, so you can get a good feel of what she's going to.
Slaves, okay? It would follow that there would be help around the house. And I'm just going to put here as a fact, if they're looking at some of these photos of people who became like family and they're trying to pass them off like relatives. Again, not a fact, a huge question mark. But my instinct tells me that that person is actually not her family member. And if it is, well, Kamala's got some explaining to do. How did she meet Grandma Beryl almost 20 years after Grandma Beryl died? Because Kamala Harris looks to be about 20 in that photo that she presented. Then there's another bit of a mystery, as I said. If Beryl married after her or before her wedding when she was 25 years old to the missing Newland, if anybody can find Newland, please let me know. But if Beryl married at some point Oscar Wilde Joseph Brown, where is their marriage certificate? And where is their divorce certificate? Again, I'm only prodding the narrative here because I'm going to need proof that she's Black. The media has now made this a thing, and now you made it so much of a thing that you're attacking people like Janet Jackson when she asks a very reasonable question that you should be able to respond to. And now we have a verifiable lie that Kamala Harris told in her book, or a big uh-oh, because, you know, if I'm being nice, I guess sometimes you think when you're publishing a book that it's a photo of you and your grandmother that you never met or never could have met. Maybe Kamala was just confused and thought it was her grandma, but it was a grandmother that she had, again, never met. Media should be on this, and they should be asking her this question. How did you make this significant of a blunder in your book? And isn't it quite ironic that every photo that you have presented, two of which look like they're the exact same person, one aged on, which begs the question, is that even Kamala Harris in her lap? I don't know. Again, we're at the beginning of this investigation. But it's interesting that amongst all of the relatives, so many Irish white slavers, the only photos that she chose to put in this book are the ones that make it look as though she might be Black. And we have just significantly and without question debunked one of those photos.
Okay, so she said debunked them. Now again, listen. I hear a lot of people say, does it matter? It mattered what that white girl said she was Black, didn't it? It mattered when that white girl said she was Black. It doesn't matter to the conservative Black who has their life together. They want to see something. They want to see change. Different eras, different people. So for those who are 10, 15 years older than me, I have no objections to how you feel because you've seen more than me. But don't have objections to what I feel. Teach me. When I bring the conversation up and I bring this up, though, don't automatically think that I'm supposed to be stupid when I have way more understanding and knowledge. It doesn't mean that I'm right. Knowledge is not always the key, but it is the foundation to understanding. Because through knowledge, you gain wisdom, and through wisdom, you present understanding. So if I'm not right about something, sit down and talk to me about it. But if I start hitting you with facts about things that you have as old tools that you used to use, you know, caveman tools in your conversation, and now we dealing with laser beams and things, it seems as if I'm not giving you a chance.
Who is that laser beams?
Because right now we're cutting bricks. We're doing so much technology has got past the rock. You feel me? We no longer have to be hunter and gatherers, which we should be because it teaches us a skill. But we don't have to be hunters and gatherers in America if you grew up here. That's a choice. You can go buy pork sandwich. You can go buy a Chick-fil-A, McDonald's. We don't even eat right? We don't even care about cooking for our families no more. So if we want to get deep into that conversation, we can get there. But I'm just going, listen. When you hear me talking, when you hear me speaking about something, it's not because I say it's right or it's wrong. I'm not trapped in the matrix of thinking that it's real. I just want to know what's real. And so I dig to find what's real, and then I bring it to my community. And a lot of my community, that when I'm dealing with it becomes strenuous facts. Now again, Candace Owens saying that she was a slave owner and all that dumbass shit. Like, I don't know all that. That's just extra. That's Kanye West shit. But go ahead. What you was gonna say?
It is $2 Tuesdays. That's right. I said $2 Tuesdays. It is the podcast, not pod, but PO, P.O.E, providing official entertainment, providing official education for people on Earth. And as you know, everybody from this planet is what?
Not from this planet.
Not from this planet.
Okay, why you do that?
I am your co-host, the Crimson Tempest, a.k.a. Red Storm in the building, Tormenta.
What you up
That
to?
is the host, Mr. Reckless World 7,
It's
Mr.
my show tonight.
Alvarago
Yeah,
in the
I run
building. It is
this.
his show. He does
Yeah.
what he wants on Tuesdays night. That's what I said, the podcast. It is the podcast news report. And it's the reaction news report because, listen, the news that is given, we gotta react to it. $2 Tuesdays, the podcast. Thank you for tuning in.
Whoa, where are you going?
the-
We not leaving here?
I
I'm sorry. Can I hit the laugh button?
see what happens when he jumps the gun.
It just sounded like you were ending me. I just was like, whoa, what's going on?
What
here? I feel like
happened? I made you stop
I
too
feel
soon?
like Pierce Morgan or Tucker Carlson or something. In my black
closed
way.
the curtain too soon. It was
felt
an
like
early ending.
It felt like it.
I'm sorry.
It did. It felt like it.
I did not mean to give it an early ending. I only meant to go ahead and continue to talk about the podcast. It was no early stoppings, no early endings here. That's how we do it, the podcast.
So what was you doing?
I just said it.
Just interluding?
Didn't Flashback say I did a good one last time?
No. He said I did a good one last time. You know why? You know why I did a good one last time? As a matter of fact, I'm going to do it this time. Hey, guys, remember this?
We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here. Yeah, all God, sons of the Most High, sons of the Most High. We shall all fall, all fall. Where do you stand in the 5 points of your body? Arm, leg, arm, head. Leg, arm, head. You stand erect. Stand erect.
Let's get into these opening clips. Let's talk about what we did for these opening clips.
What do you stand for? What do you stand for? What do you stand for? What would you die for? What would you die for? And if you truly would die for, will you live for it? Will you live for it? Will you live for it?
We talked about Kim. We ain't really get into it, but we talked about a little bit of that. We found better conversations. Young Dolph murder trial, we got into that. What else?
Program set for you already. Set for you already.
I remember. Oh yeah.
It's already set for you.
This shooting, which created a great conversation. But right now, we're on the Candace Owens, Kamala Harris, and just a new conversation. But we've had a great dialogue with you guys, and we're not going nowhere. We're right here. This is B.F.S Media, and we rock until we done tonight. So you can leave and come back and watch it later. You can tag on whatever. It is what it is. But wait, it gets worse.
I want to know.
Yes.
You are a blessing.
What
you are a
is
blessing.
Kamala?
What is Kamala? You asking me? Since I'm putting all this out? I will. I'll answer. I have no problem.
Darling.
I don't know. I don't know. Actually, I don't give two shits. I don't know. But the reason why it matters in this dialogue and conversation is because what I said in the beginning, right? When Obama came in, man, I was just like everybody else, man. I was just happy to see a cool black man that knew how to preserve himself in acts of danger and to still come out on top. And just to see that cool type of movement. Oh, it wasn't just because Obama was dark-skinned, a nigga that smoked cigarettes in like the basketball courts. He had black ambitions. But I don't know who. But in reality, yes, we can say, listen, Obama's mother was white from Kansas, and his father was black from Nigeria or wherever he was from, right? We can do that. At the end of the day, when I was I didn't get the vote. I was in jail, and when he won, it saved my life. Shit. Obama saved my goddamn life.
Thank God for Obama.
Federal crack laws. Shout out to Obama, man. So this, don't get me wrong. I go with. I'm saying some people wouldn't have went for Obama because they didn't care, right? And this is what I be saying about politics. Listen, for me, when you hear me speaking, the one thing I have the biggest problem with is our future, because I see how my parents and my aunts and my uncles and my family stuck together.
Yep.
To make sure that we can still see them to this day and have union with them, right? And my generation is the generation that's like, okay, but we'll put it off.
I've also seen that in my generation. Like, my mom with her brothers is just different.
different. They grew up in a different program.
They did, but
that's all.
She's trying to make it different for us.
She's trying to make it better for you because she understands the old program.
Why you give me a
I think because you know what?
Fucker.
The program. Listen,
He didn't want himself, but he want me.
actually, I meant to hit.
Nope,
this
you did.
Okay, fine, whatever.
That's a fact.
Love it. Love it. Listen, what I'm saying is though, listen. Okay, to get back to Kamala, I don't know what Kamala is. It doesn't matter to me what she is. It never has. If you ask me when I first seen her, I just assumed she was black. I'm just being honest. When I first seen her talking and everything, I just assumed she was black. It didn't matter to me. I just assumed she was black. It didn't matter to me until they started talking about who she was and where she comes from, which I said when we first started, and she took the position. We gotta remember, we didn't vote Kamala in. There was no another re-election. She was thrusted in, right? Or she took her spot. Either way, not to take from her or to give from her, but she's where she's at. And I'm saying, me as a human being who doesn't know her, I have no college affiliation to caring about none of that shit. I'm not caught into the black culture conversation because if she's not black, no, I'm just saying because not at all, not at all. Because listen, the reason why I say it's not a direct shot to Aunt Sherry is because she's never said nothing to me about any of this. You asked me a question, but no, go ahead. What you say? I said. I love to correct myself if I'm wrong.
No, you are completely right.
No, what I say?
You said it's not a to
colleges,
any community colleges or anything like that.
Indeed.
She supports. Go ahead. That's
right, because listen. Have I not done too many where they said that she never wore her college colors? Didn't I produce that show where the girl said that? Mm-hmm. And then the next show where we show where she had them all and she like a fool. The problem is a lot of times people get so connected to what they think I should be saying instead of listening to what I'm saying. Because I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. As an independent person, whatever policies fit you. If I'm a millionaire, if I'm a 100 millionaire, Trump's policies fit me. Kamala's don't. It ain't got nothing to do. They might not care about black, white. They think of money. Right? So everybody has their own medium of how they want to judge who is going to be their elect. My only issue has been when I say I'm not sure. If I say something about Kamala Harris, because I tell you about Trump already. We all know who Trump is. Why do we need to keep going through the discussions? But I guess sometimes people need to hear me say it to feel comfortable with watching me. And then that's where I look at the fraudulent part in that. Because that means that you're looking for me to be something you need me to be in your session and not who I am. Okay. Why can't I be intelligent and smart and ask questions? Why can't you be intelligent, smart, and pose answers? Help me grow if I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's have dialogue. I'm not here to argue and win. I'm not Roland Martin or none of these other niggas. I'm just me. You feel me? And I come up with, it's called the reaction news report, and we react to what the news is. And remember what I said a couple months ago? I said during the elections, I said 1 week is going to be this person's way. And the next week is going to be the next person's way.
Why not?
And I said about Kamala, when Kamala got in, I said, just expect the first week and everything. She's getting her money, boom, boom. Expect the media.
Because it was more of a media frenzy.
To attack her.
Yeah.
So I understand that this is how it goes. It's been going for every president that I can remember that I started paying attention to.
When does the presidential at the vote happen? Do you know when?
In the end, November something.
Listen, for those of you who believe still in it, cast your vote. Exercise your right to vote. Don't just listen to what I'm saying as the Crimson Tempest, aka Restoring the Building. Don't listen to just what Mr. El Vlago, Reckless World 7 is saying. Make sure you do your own due diligence. And I finally got to use my words today in our episode. Make sure you do your own due diligence and do your own research. And listen, whatever you find and whatever you choose to dig your own tunnel behind, make sure you do enough due diligence to cast your vote.
That's all I ever be saying.
You don't have to be, I'm Republican, I'm Democrat. Sometimes you just have to say, I'm for the people, and that's what I am.
No, be for yourself. To be for yourself is for the people. When every person on this planet starts caring about what matters to them and not what socially matters or what their friends think.
Because you're pretty.
I don't know.
I think
it could be.
You're beautiful. But sometimes I
She's
feel
talking to an Eagles lighter to make a point.
Oh, I'm just saying.
You got it.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead, girl. You get out of here.
And tonight, I think you're going to fly. You never have your hairs on curl. And you're feeling yourself. Oh, hi. We're live. Hello, everybody. I was just saying, be independent. Vote for not Democrat or not Republic or not independent. Vote for what you as a person feels inside. Because if you don't agree with this, just because they're a fucking Democrat doesn't mean you have to agree with it. That's your moral compass. Am I saying that right?
I want us to be. I want us to be individuals.
Am I saying that right though? Moral compass. Am I saying that word right? It's your moral compass, like what you feel.
Yeah, and if you agree with something, then you agree.
Yeah, if you say, you know what, I agree on A, B, C, D.
If you believe fuck all the niggers and that's what Trump want, go with it.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said if you agree with A, B, C, agree with A, B, C. If you agree with D, E, F, agree with it. And if you agree with all the alphabets, agree with all the alphabets. But just agree on something. So that way you can fight for something and say you're not fighting for nothing. Because when you fight for nothing, who hears you? You don't hear, nobody hears you. But when you fight for something
people understand because you have knowledge behind you.
I don't care if you have two people standing behind you. If it's you and two other people. If you fucking stand... No,
okay, you good. Keep
mad.
going.
Yeah. If you fucking stand for something, stand for it. Okay. Because guess what? You and those two people may make noise 10 years from now, and we may say, yo, remember when they made no noise?
Can I say something?
No. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Again, when it comes to critical thinking, forget politics, anything. Critical thinking, not being intellectually ignorant. But if you choose to be intellectually ignorant, you're doing it out of sarcasm, not out of being stupid or being dumb.
I can't deal with the
I have to do this.
Go ahead, hurry up.
No. Go to the comments. I want comments.
Read it.
I can't read them.
No, you late that though.
I can't read the comments. I told you that already. You're on Facebook. I can't read them. I can read YouTube. Let me read YouTube. Let me see what's going on YouTube. Let me see. Somebody got a comment. Because you've seen something that you want me to speak on, but you won't just read it. That's what we need you to do.
He said, write on vote or you ain't black.
He said what?
Flashback. He said, write on vote or you ain't black. Holla. Parents just want their children to have a better and maybe, I don't know, a better and outlive them.
Outlive them.
Okay, so outlive them.
Okay, so
and he said, was she about politics or Harris being black?
Who?
It's good. That's why.
Well, okay. I can answer all the questions. Well, if you're asking about Candace Owens.
And then he said David got knocked off, but he's trying to get back on to respond to some of the stuff that we're saying.
Okay.
On live. And then Mo 3 times also, that's why I said it's allowed.
Okay, no problem.
Mo 3 times also said that this is not a laser beam combo.
True indeed. You have to listen. I'm gonna give you a prime example, right? I just used it earlier. If I have investments or an investment portfolio that puts me close to $100 million, I'm in jeopardy of being taxed.
Okay.
On money that I haven't received, right? That's an argument. Okay, cool. What I'm saying is that's a money argument.
Okay.
Now let's talk about a child argument when they bring up children. When I look at the two parties, I see one is saying, I don't care about the LGBTIQ whatever community, but I don't like that shit being promoted everywhere. And another one saying, they have the right, they're free, they should be able to say what they want. And I'm going, I'm not agreeing that they don't have the right to say whatever they want, but I don't think they have the right to be promoting that shit in schools to kids who don't know no better. Because as with hip hop, which we just did earlier, or rock and roll, or any other thing just dealing with music, because you gotta remember the internet is new, it's not old. This is not newspapers. Back in the days, the Germans used slogans and bad pictures to say that the Jews were something. In America, the Americans did it to the whites did it to the blacks. So we know that news and media can be effective, right? It can make a white man who never met a black man hate a black man because of what he see on TV every day. So when you wake up to the reality of your own life, then you wake up to the reality of the world and you snap out of one piece of the freaking matrix. Then you start to look at things from a clear perspective for you. Everybody's education is not the same. So you can't expect everybody to be in the same place. But if you deal with the actually true and educated and stay out your feelings, when somebody says something that debunks everything you thought, you're supposed to be happy that you got that to find your way. Not immediately get up and throw punches and ready to kill somebody because they don't agree. That's what I'm saying. When you become intellectually to the point where you don't have to fight.
Save our children.
Save our children. You telling me to vote for Kamala Harris, who, even though right now they're no. And the reason why I'm saying Kamala Harris because I'm going to say Democrat, really not Kamala, right? But what I know about Kamala is Kamala goes with whatever is going popular right now. She's doing Trump shit, which I said she's doing Trump shit. She's following Trump's platform and doing the same exact thing that Trump did. It was why most of us can't stand Trump in the first place. And the people who just like her because she's black or like her because she's a woman or like her just because she ain't Trump are like, that's it. That's all that matters. And I'm going, I get that. Pick who you pick. But then when I go, but what do you stand for? What do you think about the LGBT community? What do you think about abortion? What do you think about finances? They have no answer. And it's those people that I'm talking to. I'm not talking to the ones who have answers. I'm talking to the ones who don't have no damn answers. All they watch is Fox, CNN, or ABC, or wherever they can watch to get their little petty-ass information, and then they want to have a conversation with you. And then when you have a little bit more knowledge of them, they want to start looking at you like you crazy and try to downmouth you like a bully. Because even your family can bully you based on because you don't believe what they believe because you're dealing with facts and not belief. Some people believe there's a God, and some people had experiences to know there is something greater. There is something that we call God, a mind without body, an essence that can control and adapt and tap into us. So yeah, that's what you mean, Santo. You trying to play me? Did she just try to play me?
I definitely didn't. But go
I'm just saying, I was ranting though. But listen, that was my only point. Like, I just want people to understand that when you come to the podcast, you're not getting my one view of something. You're getting my questions of something. We're watching the Candace Owens thing. I said, man, she sounds dumb as hell just to say that she believes that she's a slave or not. Not that she can't have context, but there's not enough information to even say some shit like that. Don't do that. If you have enough information to say that, hey, listen, her birth certificates, you have certificates and facts, we can indulge. I will indulge in you in facts. So the reason why I brought Candace Owens up tonight, because she indulged in facts that she has found. And the only reason why it kind of tapped me a little bit, because I'm like, you know what's crazy, when we first did the videos, we had that same discrepancy. Well, who's this white guy? And who's this other guy? But in totality, if you don't care about none of that shit and you like her policies, then by all means, vote for Kamala Harris. If you like Trump's policies, by all means, vote for Trump. But if you're voting on some hip-hop shit, like she's black, she's white, I don't like him, I don't like them, and it's off of ignorance of feelings and emotion and not what's going to help you be better.
Save our children.
He keeps saying that dumb shit. But you want your kids to have, because if he keeps saying protect the children, where is protect the children when we're talking about the shit that's going on in our schools with LGBT community, hip hop and everything else is going on? Are we saving the children from this hip hop shit? Or the shit that they're implanting in our schools, or the repetitive education that's not education?
I hear you, flashback.
That's what I'm saying. And when you say this, then tell me why you're voting for a Republican or a Democrat or whoever it is you're voting for.
I didn't tell anyone, including you, who the vote is for. I just say vote for something. Everything that's good for you, basically, ain't good for you.
Here, take this cup. That sounds good, but when I have conversations with people who have never stepped on the other side of the boundaries, I'm going to speak to you. In flashback, every time we have conversations, you like to debate me from any side that's opposite of what I'm saying. Sometimes, not all the times. But either way, in this conversation, yeah. But I know you're independent, so listen, again, shout out to you being independent and knowing your place as a human. Not a Democrat or Republican, but as a human. When you have no problem with voting for the things that matter to you, vote for it. No,
listen.
No. I just had to stop that now. Okay, let's go. Let's turn it up a little bit. What?
Where is the wreck turn up? Where is the storm turn up? Because I don't see it.
What you mean? What you talking about?
Right here. Like, I usually can see, like, storm, wreck. I don't see none of that.
Huh?
Like how, if I could be like this. Storm, wreck.
Yeah, I mean individuals?
I don't see it.
Yeah, because it's not your show. So now, back to what I was saying. Now, only reason why I took off our independent joints is because you see how we have the glitches when we change from the main window? We change from the main window to our smaller window. For some reason, when we do those changes, we get the glitches. And
I'm sorry, but we, yo no entiendo, we, is a me, and right now it's a me, and you, it don't equal up.
This is not the me episodes.
So, just saying.
That's bro. Bro does the me episodes. I just was telling you that.
Ya tú entiendo que yo estaba diciendo y no te pongas. Because you know what I'm saying.
No way que conmigo.
Yes.
No way que conmigo.
Listen, everybody, it is $2 Tuesday. That's right, I said it. $2 Tuesday. It is 6:30 when we start the live podcast. That's right, I said podcast.
What, you got to pee? You got to pee? You got to pee? You trying to end my clip, cuz? You trying to bang on me, cuz? You trying to bang on me, cuz? You giving interludes without my permission, cuz? What's going on, cuz?
Stop touching shit. Stop touching shit.
No, you trying to touch stuff.
So, what I was just trying to say was, this is the P.O.E. That's right, I said P.O.E. Providing official entertainment.
Smoke 3 times.
Providing official education.
See that? Smoke 3
for
times.
people on Earth. And as everybody from this planet, we see, not from this planet. I am your co-host, the Crimson Tempest. This is your host.
She just gave me the finger. She unhosted me on the low.
I fully gave you all credit, and that's what you're missing. Is that no. Put it the fuck back on me. Put it the fuck back on me.
You can't give me something
I did the interlude. He tried to play me, and I put it fully back on him. And when I pulled it fully back on him, he said, me, no. No, fucker. You, yes. P.O.E. Providing official entertainment, providing official education for people on this earth. And as we know, everything from this planet is what? Not from this fucking planet. I am your co-host tonight, the Crimson Tempest. That is Reckless World 7, and that's why you hear everything playing. Bullshit.
Bullshit. I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah.
Hey, Storm.
Matrix findings.
High five. Oh, you want to bang me?
No,
we banging middle fingers? Oh, I thought you was throwing up gang sign. I just seen it. I realized it was one finger.
High five me.
Oh, I thought you was throwing up some headbutts and shit. I was about to say, okay, that's what we doing. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's go. We middle fingering each other? This is what People, we had a great night. I had to pee. And I don't have a storm and just a wreck show right now because I had to leave.
Are you sure?
Well, I don't have the separations to like put you here while I go pee. So we're out of here.
Or can we leave you matrix minded? And listen, for those of you that are matrix minded, make sure you hit Lady Wrecking Box.
What? Get out, yo! Stop being a hater, yo.
You be hating on me, bro.
Hater. Yeah, you're a hater.
So I had to throw it in there.
Yeah, okay.
I am the Red Storm, aka the Crimson Tempest in the building. Make sure you hit my inbox if you think outside the box.
If you want to do some interviews or whatever, yeah, please hit her box.
Outside the box sometimes. It be outside the box.
This is $2 Tuesday. We had a great night tonight. This is the Podcast Reaction News Report where we bring up current things and we talk about them. This is the Podcast. That's right. I said Po, not Pod, but Po, P.O.E.
And we know
provide official entertainment, provide official education for the people on Earth. And as we know, everybody on this planet is not from this planet. We talk about Kim's Last Words book on Diddy. We got into a little bit of the fiasco, but we jumped into a little bit of Clyde Davis too. We jumped into the young Dolph murder trial, a little bit of things that was going on with what Cornelius had to say and telling. We jumped definitely into this New York shooting and the tapes that got placed out, which started a great conversation. So shout out to everybody that was here. We definitely jumped into Candace Owens. We jumped into Janet Jackson. We jumped into about Kamala Harris. We went to that story loop. So listen, man, we thank you guys. We appreciate you guys. You make sure, again, send that thumbs up. put that like out. Go ahead and share it, man.
I got one thing to say.
What? What's that?
Diddley's been diddling.
Diddley? Who's Diddley?
The diddler.
The diddler?
The diddler has been diddling.
The diddler has been diddling.
And all his diddlings is about to come to surface.
You know what I hope happens? I hope that everybody
That
who
you get diddled?
everybody that he be diddler, because you got to remember it was a whole bunch of execs that he was sleeping with too. I just hope that comes out because a lot of people forgot. You know, you see what happened with the Epstein shit; it all disappeared. So hopefully, Puffy doesn't die.
They disappeared because he committed suicide, bro.
Look,
they couldn't do anything after that.
They could still place who was there and who did what. They don't want to.
It's all allegedly. They
don't
can't.
Want to.
They can't. It's allegedly. It's allegedly. But guess what? The diddler's been diddling. And I can't wait to see what the diddler's list has in store, because guess what? This Christmas, they're giving out.
You're dumb. You're so dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. Yo, hold up. You know what? No. We're going to give him the proper promotion that he's asked for and that he needs.
I give you a baby oil.
For all you Diddy lovers.
I give you a baby oil.
For all my Diddy homies, for all my young boys that just say they don't care, I love you too, so don't come playing with me because you will die.
Bra, bra.
This shit is everywhere. Please go listen to this.
I made it cool to jump out, gang rape a op.
Yes, he said that.
I hate the op so much, I might rape the op. Put the gun to his head and treat him like a thot. All you hear is